is this?
What's going on, everybody? Happy Saturday. Happy college football game day Saturday here. We're in the building. If you're watching, pound that like button, subscribe, and become a member of the Bailey Price Media Army today. We're in the building for a live watch party of Texas versus Ohio State as Arch Manning and Texas head to Columbus to take on Ohio State, led by Julian Sand, the quarterback. In his first start for Ohio State, obviously they had Jeremiah Smith, Freakazoid at wide receiver, several other talented players in that receiving core as well. If you're watching, pound that like button here. We're in the building here. Roberto, Joe Quarter in the building. What up here? This is going to be a good time here. Bailey Price Media Live. An update on the Tennessee game. This is an interesting development. I did not know this. Davis Sanders, the five-star kid they got a right tackle, really put him in there. And actually Larry Johnson, the kid they had, is at Colorado. But Davis Sanders Jr. is out for Tennessee's game against Syracuse. I think it's actually a pretty big loss for them. I was excited to see him, but dealing with an injury, and that's a big loss for Tennessee here. And a late announcement on that too, so that's something to watch. But we're in the building here. Pound that like button. Lots to discuss here. Man, I can't wait for Texas, Ohio State. I got Texas money line all the way here. I'm rolling with Texas here in this game. I really think that they can get it done. I think this is going to be a good spot for them. I think they're going to come out and kind of shock people here. Get Ohio State's defending national champions, but I think Texas is going to come out here and really shock some people and really get down to it. Let me know in the chat what your predictions are for the game. Betting, what do you got? I'm going to take a wild guess. Most of you got Ohio State in this game. I got Texas money line here. I'm rolling with Texas. I got several other bets here that I will announce here shortly. But, man, building here. Texas, Ohio State's walking out, and they're paying tribute to Lee Corso here, so let's take a listen. Shout out to Coach Corso, man. This is going to be pretty cool here.
Choice has risen above the rest.
That's pretty cool what they're doing for Coach Corso, man. Here's Texas walking out of the tunnel.
Respect to all. Go Bucks. Be the best fans in the land. Go Bucks.
There's one medical team.
Texas is ready to go. Watch out for Wingo. Watch out for Quentin Reisner. They're going to have some serious weapons here. Got Jack Endries, the transfer tight end from Cal. I can't wait to see for them as well. That's pretty cool. Fox is broadcasting it too. I will say that business is business, but that's pretty dope, man. Because I got big noon kickoff here on the other TV, and they're playing that over on Fox. That's pretty dope. Not gonna lie.
And in 1996, you asked Allison about Bruce the headgear that you wanted to put that head on.
That's dope. There's not much else for me to say on Coach Corso thing. I'm just kind of sitting here and reacting, man. I mean, it's pretty cool. This is going to be kind of a tearjerker for some. Who's he got? Let's see.
Texas is loaded. Texas is number one. They have a man in your quarterback. For Ohio State, they got a chance. Give me that first love.
Wow. Lee Corso picks Ohio State. I'm with it. I love how they're doing this, man. Wish they let them go the whole season, but they got Corso by the band in them. That's dope, man. There's not much else for me to say. That's dope.
Thanks for this morning. Thanks to this crowd. Thanks to Ohio State and to Texas for everything you guys have done.
Shout out to Coach Corso, man. Shout out to him in the chat, man. Shoot.
Great day. The legend Lee Corso bids farewell. Enjoy your college football Saturday. Thank you very much here.
And it's game time now, folks. We're about to get right to it here. Texas, Ohio State. Who you got in the chat? Let me know. I got Texas in this game. Easy. Texas money line. I think Archman's will come out slinging it. Maybe get some runs in the run game as well. That would be good to see for Texas because I think his greatness is going to look a lot different than other people's greatness. That's for sure. Renaissance, man, what up? In the building here. We're in the building for Texas, Ohio State. What up, man? I appreciate you tuning in, my man. Shoot. Oh, man. We in the building for Texas, Ohio State here. I might place a live bet or two once we get some more people in the chat here. Let me know. Drop your picks. Drop your favorite picks from today. I might put together a little parlay from fans in the chat here. Fuck it. Let's do it. Tulane's got Jake Retzlaff. They call him the BY Jew starting at quarterback, and I'm excited to see Retzlaff for Tulane. They take on Northwestern. I believe they got Preston Stone at quarterback, the SMU transfer over at Northwestern, I believe. I might be wrong on that. Quote me, but that's going to be a hell of a game.
We certainly salute one of the all-time greats. An incredible moment. Game day rolls on next week. Of course, how exciting is that going to be? But we've got a game today to talk about as well that we're excited about. The SEC on the road at Southern Miss with Mississippi State in town.
Is that Sam Macho? We're going to get Sam Macho on the show soon here. Sam Macho, the brother of Emmanuel Acho. We're going to get him on the show here soon, get his perspective. Whether you like it or not, we're going to definitely have him on the show soon. I've been talking back and forth with him. For sure, my man.
Leo, defensive end, takes over.
Here we go. Tennessee, Syracuse kicking off here. Texas, Ohio State's kicking off here. We're in the building. Let's roll. It's going to be a hell of a Saturday.
He will shine today because he is just too good to hold him down. And the guy who has to face these guys is going to be quarterback Steve Angeli.
Angeli. Let's see what he got. I don't know. Syracuse lost a lot of talent. Tennessee's got a tough fucking defense here. That's what I'm going to say. I don't know. I still think Tennessee wins by about 10 points. I think Syracuse can cover the 13.5, but I don't see a shot in hell. Even in Atlanta on a neutral site, Tennessee Volunteer fans are like Nebraska Cornhusker fans. They'll travel anywhere. That's a 4-hour drive, if that. Like that ain't nothing going down to Atlanta from Knoxville over here. Let's get Texas Ohio State on the TV, and we rolling. We got multiple games going here. I got all kinds of TVs in the background here. Got all kinds of games going here. We got a little palooza going on my crib. Man, drop your favorite bets here. I might place a live bet here in a second here, but as we get closer to the 3:30 games, I got a lot more picks for those games in that hour. I fuck with Bama plays at 3:30, and I like Bama by 100 fucking points here against Florida State. I think Florida State is in trouble. It's Mike Norvell leaning on the transfer quarterbacks. I don't know. I think it's going to catch up to him. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. God damn, what the fuck is that? What's cracking? Ohio State, Arch Manning out in the building here. This is going to be a good game. I can't wait to see it. They're about to kick off here in a sec. We in the building, pound the like button. It's about to be a good fucking game here. I'm with it. Let's go. Got Syracuse, Tennessee. Tennessee's 13.5-point favorites. I don't know how I feel about that. Going across college football, Purdue is up 7-0 against Ball State already within fucking 40 seconds. I haven't even seen that game. I'm curious what happened, but I'm excited. I think Purdue is going to certainly be improved, and I think Barry Odom is certainly going to turn around that program over at Purdue. So I'm excited to see it. But they're up 7-0 in their opening matchup against Ball State. Smitty's Ball State. Shout out to Smitty. Jacob, what up, man? I appreciate you tuning in, my man. I appreciate the support, brother, always. Shout out to you for tuning in, my man. Drop your favorite bets in the chat. All you guys watching, drop your favorite bets in the chat here. I'm about to drop my afternoon bets here. I'm rolling with Texas money line though. Texas money line all day fucking long. Arch Manning sat behind Quinn Ewers for 2 years, really developed and learned Sark's system. I think Sark is a QB guy and really can develop players in his system specifically. I'm excited to see the presence of Ryan Wingo, Quentin Wisner. They got the transfer tight end, Jack Endries at tight end here. I'm rolling Texas money line all day. Shout out to the Checkerboard Zone for tuning in, my man. I'm rolling Texas money line all day long. Let me know your bets in the chat below. A lot of people are going to Ohio State, though, from what I gather. Let's go see where the money's at here before this game kicks off. Money here, so it's down to 1.5. Texas opened at 1.5-point favorites. It shifted to Ohio State, shifted back to Texas yesterday in the afternoon, and now Ohio State right now at kickoff is 1.5-point favorites. The over-under is 46.5. I would leave over all day on that shit. Seriously, I think Arch Manning and Julian Sand can certainly put up points. They've got the weapons to do it. I would certainly lean over on that if I were betting it. But looking at the money, a lot of money, more money on Texas than Ohio State here. Looking at the total, a lot of sharp money on the under here. A lot of bets on the over, but a lot of sharp money on the under. The spread, most people are betting on Texas. I'd say majority of the money is betting on Texas as well. But, man, we're in the building here, pounding that like button. This is going to be a great time here, so I can't thank you all enough for tuning in. It's going to be a hell of a show. Hell of a watch party here for Texas and Ohio State. College football is here. This is the best time of the year. This is what I fucking live for, and I think those who watch this channel, as this channel is for football fans and football fans only. So if you don't like football, get the fuck out. Keep it real. We're not bullshitting today. So this is a football fan channel, and this is the best time of the year. So here we go. Tennessee's got Joey Aguilar at quarterback here as they kick off down in Atlanta at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. But goddamn, we're in the building here. I don't know, bro. Tennessee Aguilar. I don't think he's better than Nico. Let me know what you guys think of the chat. I don't think he's better than Nico. So they might look good this game because I think Syracuse has lost so goddamn much. But, man. Shout out to Chris Fallica, Bear, dropping some picks over on Fox. He's been at ESPN for a while. I think he's over with Fox now. Shout out to Chris Fallica. He does a hell of a job. Looking at big new kickoff. See who they're picking today. Brady Quinn, Mark Ingram, Matt Leinart, Urban Meyer here. Urban Meyer's got Ohio State, shocking, 28-24. See what Matt Leinart says here. Legend. I'm trying to get him on this show. I've actually been in talks with getting him on the show too. It's ironic. Matt Leinart's got Texas 27-21. Interesting. Mark Ingram. We'll see what Mark's got. Mark Ingram's got Texas 24-23. I'm not going to really put much into their score predictions, but yeah, Ball State, Joe, they're taking on Barry Odom and Purdue. I would have bet that shit if I really leaned into it, but I don't know. Purdue's up 7-0. I think they blow out Ball State. I think they're probably a much better team around the board. I think Barry Odom's a hell of a recruiter in this era. Shit, I really think he's going to go spots. An Indiana game between Purdue and Ball State, and I think Barry Odom going to blow them out. We'll see, though. Ball State's – or not Ball State, fuck. Purdue is up 7-0 against Ball State here. Texas, Ohio State's kicked off, and we're ready to go. Here we go. Let's roll. Excuse me. Goddamn, wrong game. Syracuse, Tennessee's kicked off. We're waiting for Texas and Ohio State here, but let's see what they got cracking. Let's see what Aguilar looks like for the Vols out here. I'm getting all kind of interesting feedback from folks, boots on the ground out here in Knoxville. Everyone's hype. I mean, I don't know. It's tough to talk to volunteer fans. They're very confident, like the prime sexual. Joey Aguilar, before we wait for the Texas-Ohio State game, Joey Aguilar opens up against Syracuse. Let's see what they got cracking.
This is a great story of Joey Aguilar. We're going to see right now this Tennessee and Josh Heupel, they lean on this run game and just kind of ease him into this football game.
Tennessee opens up, play action, gets 12 yards. I like the start from UT. And yeah, they are the fucking real UT. I don't want to hear that shit. Tennessee's the real UT. Sorry, Longhorns fans. I know I'm doing a live stream for them, but Vols are a real UT. Sorry. Tennessee getting out early. I like what I'm seeing. I mean, it's Josh Heupel's Josh Heupel's system's QB friendly, so I have no doubt in seeing Aguilar thrive. I just got to see it with him because I don't think he's better than Nico still, even in this. But we'll see. See if Tennessee opens up with some runs here. Another play action for Aguilar. Throws it deep. Oh, he's got somebody too. PI called down the field. Joe Cord, if you're watching, I bet on Oklahoma today. I will say they're playing FCS Illinois State. I think they're going to blow them out by at least 38 points. I think they're 36.5 point favorites off the top of my head. I bet on them. I think I got them at 35.5. I think that number's up a little bit, but I bet on your fellows over at OU. Shout out to Rodney Anderson, been on the show several times. Tennessee gets a PI down the field. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think Mateer. I mean, I'm going to be honest. I think Venables and OU are trying to put out a statement. I think they're in a. I mean, they really got to put out a statement against the FCS team. They can't be fucking around and hanging in a game like that. So I'm rolling with them to blow them out by 36. But I did not bet on the Tennessee game. I think Tennessee wins by 10. So if you're betting it, I would look at Syracuse. You're looking at a live bet here. Tennessee's driving right now. They're in Syracuse territory here. Then they have a pre-snap issue there. My guy, hey, so for the Texas Ohio State, as you're watching here, my guy Joe Klatt is on the call here. Shout out to him. Speaking of tall Tennessee Volunteer fans, I'm getting all kinds of heat from Tennessee Volunteer fans saying Joe Klatt hates Tennessee fans. Yeah. Joe Klatt is one of the most. I mean, he works for Fox. He's one of the most real, genuine, and unbiased analysts, in my opinion. I think he does a hell of a job. Shout out to Klatt, Colorado alum, by the way. Matt and I have had him on 0 to 60 plenty of times, and Klatt's that guy, bro. So I don't understand the heat with Klatt. I think Klatt does a hell of a job. Joe was talking about Tennessee, or not Tennessee. Joe talking about Oklahoma says, as Coach JB says, they'll light up that motherfucking scoreboard. Joe, shout out to you, my man. I do think OU against the FCS opponent, they should put up 38 against them. Should win by 38 points. It's kind of where my mindset is and kind of opening a game against that. But, man, we're in the building here. Texas, Ohio State's about to kick off. Got my guy Joe Klatt on the call here with his buddy over at Fox, and it's going to be a good game. 3rd and 10 for Tennessee. Joey Aguilar drops back. There's a screen pass over the middle. Is caught. Gets some yardage here. Gets up to the Syracuse 17-yard line. They're a great play for Tennessee. Tennessee is in the red zone here as they open up against Syracuse down at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. Man, good play for Tennessee there. Looks pretty efficient. I will say my takeaway so far, Aguilar looks pretty efficient. I like what I'm seeing here. See if Tennessee can establish the run game, but big Lance Hurd over at left tackle there for them. But, man, Tennessee, Syracuse. Ohio State, Texas is about to kick off. Tom Rinaldi's interviewing Sark on the sideline here. Sark's like, we're about to light this bitch up. That's what Sark gonna say. I'm joking, but man, I really think Texas is about to put some stuff on the board here. Tennessee 2nd and 9 here. Aguilar drops back, throws, dropped by his receiver here. Matthews on the sideline, but 3rd and 9 for UT. It looks like Stadium is rocking in Columbus here, and I'm with it. Texas on the sidelines rocking with it too. This is about to go down here. It's about to be a hell of a fucking matchup here. Let's roll. I'm with it. Let's go. Joe Core's like, we're about to light up that motherfucking score, bro. That's right. I think OU definitely is going to. I hope so. That better on them. Shit. Joey Aguilar drops back, throws a fade ball up the corner, is overthrown here. Tennessee will probably take the field goal, 4th and 9. Would have liked Tennessee to get some points out of that drive. They're certainly moving the ball well, I thought. Ohio State is kicked off against Texas. Texas will get the ball first, and Texas is returning it here. They take it out past the 20, Ohio State 25, or Texas 25 up to the 29-yard line here for Texas here. Arch Manning comes out at the quarterback position. Let's see what Texas got rolling. Field goal for Tennessee is up and good here. Tennessee's up 3-0 against Syracuse. Let's roll. Good for the UT.
Eczema isn't always red, but eczema is always going to.
Let's see what the Texas game got going. Let's get it going here. Here we go. First attempt for Arch Manning out in Columbus. Let's go. Got Wisner in the backfield. Got Wisner in backfield here. Endry's out of tight end. Wing guard, receiver. Let's see what they got cracking. Woo! That's right, Arch. Let's see what you got cracking, homie. What you got cracking, man?
No idea what's going on. There's a bunch of communication issues right now. The officials.
What's going on with this?
They're giving an invalid signal here. Okay, so the up back right there in front of the returner, when you put your arms out like that, it's kind of a signal to the kickoff team that you're going to give up down the ball. And so this ball's coming back to the 25.
So they call it touchback. So Texas will get it at the 25 instead of 29. Handoff, play action. Arch Manning throws over the middle, incomplete. Arch certainly underthrows that one. 2nd and 10 here for Texas.
We start with the Texas offense. Have to rebuild this offensive line. Really only one starter back, but several of these guys play.
It's going to be a hell of a matchup here. Let's go. Let's see what Texas got. Handoff is to Weiser. Goes, gets about 6 on the carry there. Good carry up to the Texas 27-yard line here. Around 3rd and 4 for Texas. Let's go. Let's see what they got cracking.
He's got number 0 now. That big Blanco, he's been relied on as a captain. And Caleb Downs, the best player, I think the best defender in college football in the back end. Buckeyes with a chance to get off the field on 3rd and 4.
3rd and 4. Arch Manning throws. Hits the tight end. Who's that? Enders?
And the offense is staying on the field right here. They're going to go for this.
Texas is lining up to go for it on their own 36-yard line. And they go a sneak here, and I don't know if he got it. Oh, and the ref signaling 1st down here, so that's a 1st down for Texas. It's a ballsy call by Sark. Let's roll. Offense, damn. Wow. Let's see the replay on this. Man, I don't know if he man. I don't know how he got that. He looked like he got stuffed. I'm not going to lie to you.
So 1st down for Texas, opening drive from the 35. CJ Baxter.
Handoff is to the backup running back. He takes it for about 13 yards. Great run for Texas up to their 49-yard line here. The Longhorns are driving. I'll say that right now. Baxter Jr. here on the carry. I want to give an update here because we're going to be live for a while. We may very well be live well into the Alabama-Florida State game here. And I want to give an update on Alabama Crimson Tide fans, possibly the biggest Alabama Crimson Tide fan out there. Roll Tide Willie here. Going back to Roll Tide Willie here as Texas continues to drive. Penalty on the field here. I'll get back to that play in a sec, but I think Alabama fans are ready to go in their game against Florida State down in Tallahassee.
It's game day, baby. It's game day, baby. Are you ready? Are the tires fired up, Willie? What they gonna do, Willie? They gonna be blitzing? Let me see you blitz. Get out there, Willie. Get out there. That's what I'm talking about, Willie. Yes, sir. Let's go. That's how you got to get out there and you got to do it. The tide's ready, baby. They fixing to get out there. Let's go right here.
Goddamn.
We're getting to steal the spear from Florida State today, baby.
Florida State ain't got a chance in hell. They gonna be
Easy,
hit, baby.
easy. We finna come.
I agree. Willie, I agree with you. Willie, however they say it, I agree with you. I think Bama wins by fucking 100 points. I'm not going to lie to you. But I really think Bama could certainly cover the 13.5-point spread against Florida State. I think they're certainly a better team in that game. Give me Bama. I already got my bet in. Bama 13.5 to roll Florida State here. 2nd and 13 for the Longhorns here on their 46-yard line. Handoff is the backup, Baxter Jr. here. He goes about 5 yards to the carry here. They'll be about 3rd and 8 here for Texas in Ohio State territory over the 50-yard line now. An update on the Texas-Ohio State game here. Oh, man.
As Arch was on the QB sneak, and now at 3rd and 8, we see if Ohio State can provide any pressure. It was the hallmark of their defense a year ago. With all those defensive linemen that ended up in the National Football League, we'll see if they can get to Arch Manning here. 3rd down and 8 at the 49.
3rd and 8 for Texas here. See what they got cracking. High snap is to Arch. Rolls out of the pocket right. Throws to the running back, Baxter Jr. Gets about 4 yards here. 4th and 1. 4th and short for Texas here in Ohio State territory. Let's see what they dial up here. I would take a wild guess. They're going to go for it here. Purdue is up 14-0 against Ball State. Yeah, Joe, what did I tell you? I mean, Purdue, Barry Odom, they're well coached, so it doesn't shock me that that's happening. at all. It doesn't shock me at all.
He squeezes on that route, makes it a 4th and short, and they'll again keep the offense on the field here, going for it on 4th down.
4th and short for Texas here. Let's see what they got cracking. 4th and 2.
Offensively, 4th down and 2.
Handoff is to Baxter Jr., and he is tackled short of the line here. Ohio State football. He doesn't even get a goddamn yard out of that. He gets a yard. They needed 2. Well short of the first down here. Ohio State will take the ball over around the 46-yard line. Is old boy wearing a chrome visor? Since when is that shit legal? Oh boy, the linebacker, Reese on Ohio State wearing a chrome visor. I fuck with it, going like Matt McChesney and shit, but I didn't know that was legal. I didn't think you could do that anymore. I like it though. Chrome visor. Let's go. Ohio State gets the ball back. Let's see what they got cracking. You have Purdue by 40 alt spread. God damn, Joe. What's that like? Plus 500? You probably make some money if that actually hits. Shit. God damn. My Tennessee got glitched off. What happened? I was watching the Vols. See the Vols got cracking.
And some achieved dramatic skin clearance as early as 2 weeks. Many saw clear or all. Yeah. Plus, many had clear.
We're in the building here. A commercial break for Arch looked a little nervous. Sure. I mean, did he even fucking throw the fucking ball? I don't know if he really. We didn't really see that much from Arch. I'm not gonna lie to you. A lot of handoffs, a lot of little screens, but I'm sure we'll see more in the second drive here. See what the Vols got cracking here against the Cuse. See what they got cracking here. The Battle of the Orange here up in or down in Atlanta, Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Quinn, what up? Appreciate you tuning in, my man. Appreciate the support, brother, as always, my man. Thank you so much. See what we got cracking here. Steve Angeli is the quarterback for Fran Brown and Syracuse here. As we wait for the Ohio State game to come back. 3rd and 5 for the Cuse here at around their 49-yard, actually around Tennessee 49-yard line here. Quinn, what up? You got any bets you like for today? What you got cracking? Coach K, what up, bro? I appreciate you tuning in. This is a 2002 Atlanta Falcons Michael Vick jersey. This is a little throwback here. I always rock it here on game days and shit, little watch parties. Angeli hits his tight end over the middle here, about the Tennessee 37-yard line here. First down for Syracuse. Yeah, that's that Mike Vick and Quinn. That's right. That's that 2002 Michael Vick jersey, the year I was born. That's right. Let's roll. I'm with it. Call me Bailey Vick. Yeah, I was crazy. Roberto, I appreciate you tuning in, my man. Flag on the Cuse, though, called illegal shift, so that'll be 3rd and I guess about 10, about 11 when they replay the down here. Bad break for the Cuse. Ohio State's on offense here. Let's see what they got cracking with Julian Sayin at quarterback. See Jeremiah Smith going out wide. That's shocking. Go back to Columbus, Tennessee game. Glenn, I don't gamble, but I got Texas. Yeah, I agree. I got Texas money line here. Handoff for Ohio State here on 2nd and 8. They get about 6 yards up to it'll be 3rd and short for them here.
This defense, they got a bunch of transfers, 5 of them at defensive tackle.
3rd and 10 for the Cuse, and Jelly drops back, is under pressure, hit and throws complete, but is short right around the Syracuse 49-yard line. That'll be 4th and about 5 for the Cuse. 4th down here.
He was special downs pass rusher a year ago. Now we'll see what he does on every down, in particular against the run.
3rd and 1 for Ohio State, and Julian Sand motions the tight end over. Ball is snapped, handed off, and looks completely short to me. I don't even think he got to the line of scrimmage. 4th down for Ohio State upcoming here. Great play by Texas's defense. Do I see any one of these teams winning the Natty? Texas is the only team out of the 4 that I'm talking about. Syracuse, Tennessee Volunteers, Texas, and Ohio State. Texas is the only team that I see could win the Natty. I don't think Ohio State repeats it by any means. I'm not a believer in the kid Sand. I haven't even seen him yet. But I think Texas roster-wise is much better, especially on offense for Texas. So I'm excited to see them. 4th and short for Ohio State. They come out in the shotgun here. They motion the tight end. The running back comes right behind him. Julian Sand goes under center now. Got the tight end to the right side. Play action. Julian Sand pumps, throws, got the tight end, and dropped on 4th down. Texas will take the ball over at around the 50-yard line. Wow. Bad drop for Ohio State. Good play, good throw. You can't execute better than that, but that pass was dropped, unfortunately. Yeah, you heard it. Tight end transfer from Purdue drops the pass on the sideline. Texas will take over here in good territory to score here. I really think they can execute if they give Quentin Meisner the ball here, and let's go. Let's go back to the Tennessee game here. The Vols got the ball back. Joey Aguilar play action here on 2nd and 3rd, rolls out to the right, dealing with some pressure, runs, gets a lot of yardage here up to the Tennessee 46-yard line, 47-yard line here. Good play by Aguilar to use his feet there. Great play. Tennessee's up to almost midfield here. Let's see what they got cracking. Got Lewis in the backfield here. Let's see what he's got. Handoff is play action, throw to the right, is caught. They get about 8 yards here, 7 yards up over midfield. This is down at Mercedes-Benz Stadium down in Atlanta here. I think Tennessee Volunteer fans will have no trouble traveling to that. Looks like there's plenty of orange there in the stadium. Play action for Aguilar. Throws to the sideline, is dropped by his receiver on the sideline there. 3rd and 3 upcoming for Tennessee. YouTube TV, multi-views elite. Yeah, facts. I just got multiple TVs over here cracking. There's not enough games for me that I would really want to watch in this aspect. I got the 2 that I want on right now. I got them going simultaneously here. 3rd and 3 here for Tennessee. Third and 3 for Tennessee here. Motions the receiver over. Ball is snapped, handed off. I can't see who the running back is. I think it's Lewis. Gets about 4 yards. First down, Tennessee up to the Syracuse 39-yard line.
Pull the guard, block down the front side, and just get the top 30 yards. Now here again,
Heupel on the sideline. Fucking Heupel. Handoff or play action is thrown to the left side, dropped by his receiver Staley there. 2nd and 10 upcoming for the Vols.
Joey Aguilar took his offensive line and wide receivers out to dinner, right, just to try to get to know them when he arrived on campus. And Matthews told us a funny story. He said, he was treated, but he's also a California guy. They've got bad taxes out there. So I didn't order a tomahawk. I got the petite filet. I wanted to go easy on it. That's
2nd and 10 for the Vols here. Let's see what they got cracking. Throws to the sideline behind the line of scrimmage and is dropped by the receiver Davis there. 3rd and 10 upcoming for the Vols at the Syracuse 47-yard line-ish.
This tendency for Joey Aguilar's passes to sail a little bit high on. Telling his young quarterback, hey, man, we're dialing up to number 4. That ball is down.
Texas, Ohio State's back in the building. Here we go. Richard Porter, what up, my man? I appreciate you tuning in. What's going on, my man? Yeah, they're showing Ohio State missed Jeremiah Smith. I don't know. I mean, I hear it. I I got to see the kid be able to make that throw against a defense like Texas is. So I will say that. But Rich Porter, what up, man? Appreciate you tuning in. 2nd and 6 for Texas after the run here. Let's see what they got. Arch Manning's under center here. Handoff is to Wisner. Gets nothing. Tackled at the line of scrimmage here. 3rd down upcoming for Texas.
The junior from Cleveland, they love his aggressive. They really do, and this is a guy that is very physical. I think as a tandem, Sonny Styles and Arvell Reese might be the best tandem linebacker crew in the country.
3rd and 6 for the Longhorns.
Another big 3rd down here. Again, let's watch for the pressure. They were so good at defensive end a year ago. How are these
3rd and 6 for the Longhorns here. Let's see what they got cracking.
at the 47-yard line?
Snap is to Arch Manning. Penalty on the play, though. Pre-snap. Roberto says, my favorite championship format was the first one. The best 2 teams. Now everyone is divided. Yeah, Roberto, it's certainly different than what it was, bro. It's certainly a different. I mean, it's different. So you either like it or don't. I feel that. Personally, I'm a football junkie, so more football in the playoff, the better. But at the same time, those first-round playoff games were kind of not great last year, so I'm interested to see how it looks this year. But I have, I don't know. I'm not really opposed to it like that, since I think having a bigger tournament is more fun, especially for the college players, more motivation. 3rd and 11, Arch Manning checks it down to the running back. Baxter Jr. gets about 4. Texas will punt probably. Yeah. 1st and goal for the Tennessee Volunteers here. Let's go back to the Vols-Syracuse game here. Let's see what the Tennessee's got cracking here. See if they can get on the score on the board. Go up 10-0 here. Yeah, I like the format the way they have it this year. I will say that. So maybe that eliminates what we saw last year. But I still think that those first-round games, no matter how they do it, are going to be tough to be competitive, in my opinion, especially if you're seeding at 1 through 12. But we'll see. Maybe I'm wrong. We'll find out. Touchdown, Lewis and Tennessee Volunteers. Inside zone, trucks the linebacker, and that's that. Touchdown, Peyton Lewis and Vols. Tennessee will go up 9-0 with the extra point, 10-0 against the Cuse. Let's see what they got cracking. But good play by Tennessee here. They pull the right tackle there, and I love it. Classic. I don't know what the tackle didn't block anybody. That was completely the running back trucking linebacker, but good play by the Vols there. Let's see if the kick is snapped here, and up and good for the Vols. 10-0 Tennessee.
This revamped offensive line for Tennessee looks pretty good early. Yeah, all the different changes that they've made with the injury to David Sanders, so far so good.
I like what I'm seeing, though, so far. It's a good start to the Saturday here. Going around college football, let's see what scores look like around college football, kind of slower games here. Tulane is up 7-3 against Northwestern here, but Northwestern's driving is in Tulane territory here. Watch them to score again. Navy's up 7-0 against Virginia Military Institute. Tennessee's up 10-0, like I mentioned, against the Cuse. Pittsburgh's up 14-0 against another Pittsburgh school in Duquesne. Mississippi State's up 7-3 against Southern Miss. Purdue is up 14-0 against Smitty's Ball State. And can't wait to see Kentucky kick off against Toledo here in about 10 minutes. That's going to be a good one. I think Kentucky blows out them Toledo in that game. How does Arch look? I mean, I'll be able to give you a better answer after halftime. It's just, I don't know. They're not using him much, in my opinion. Leading into the run game, which is fine. They're not getting too much, but I'm not tripping. Mississippi State's playing a away game in Southern Miss. Yeah, but I don't know. I think they can be much improved in year 3 or year 2 for Jeff Lebby. But we'll see. So many ways. I was playing that song in my car. Was that DJ Quick? So many ways. Man, we're at commercial break here for Tennessee, Syracuse, and Texas, Ohio State. But we're in the building here. It's been a good first half of this watch party. I'm going to go refill my drink here. We'll be back here in about a minute. Pound that like button, subscribe, and become a member. Back in the building, hit that like button here as we watch Texas versus Ohio State live watch party. We're also watching Syracuse and Tennessee on the other TV. But Ohio State gets the ball back. See what they got cracking for 2nd and 9 here on their second drive. Julian Sain at quarterback here. Motion the receiver over. Throws screen to Jeremiah Smith. Gets about 5 yards here. It'll be about 3rd and 4 for Ohio State. Deep in their own territory here. Third and 3 for Ohio State here. Empty look coming for Sain here. Motion to back out. 5 wide. Sain drops back. Throws. Caught by the tight end up to the Ohio State 29-yard line. First down, Ohio State.
Makes up for that drop on that first series on 4th down. So he's going to come here as Smith's trying to basically clear out. Look at the attention that paying Smith. Colin Simmons, the great pass rushing defensive end, immediately jumps out of that line of scrimmage to bump Smith, who was lined up as the number 2 wide receiver in the slot. And they were able to get to the tight end clear for the first down. 51 catches for close to 700 yards.
1st and 10 for the Buckeyes here. Play action for Sain. Throws out wide. Dropped by Jeremiah Smith in the flat there on what looked like an out route. Surprising drop for Smith there.
This is a ball that you don't normally see Smith drop. In fact, we watched him practice. First thing we saw when we walked into the building, they chucked it downfield to him, and he just reached out and grabbed it one-handed. Julian saying, he's like, whoa, I haven't seen that much in practice. Makes a 2nd down and 10.
2nd and 10 for Ohio State, and Julian Sain's got running back in the backfield, tight end in the slot. Jeremiah Smith is down at the bottom of your screen here. Handoff is the running back, and he's tackled for a 1-yard loss, 2-yard loss by LaFau. Texas there. Good play. 3rd and 11 upcoming for the Buckeyes. Woo! Let's see what Ohio State got cracking on 3rd and 11. They're in a little tough spot. Deep in the territory here. Let's see what they got cracking.
Early in this game against the run, good speed there, triggering to get a tackle for loss. Junior from Hawaii, 3rd down and 11 at the 25. Donaldson back in the game and running back.
Play action, Sain throws out wide to Jeremiah Smith. Is dropped again by Jeremiah Smith on what looked like a little tunnel screen there. Dropped by Jeremiah Smith, 4th down.
And how about the speed here from Simmons? They're going to leave him unblocked on the screen, and watch how quickly he's in the face of the young
Colin Simmons unblocked, gets a hit on Sain. I don't know if you can. It's not really the guy you want to leave unblocked there. It's not really – wouldn't leave Colin Simmons unblocked very often, Ohio State, if you want to win football games, bro. Would not leave that cat unblocked by any means. Joe Cord, check the description because I put it in the description here because that's not my song. So check it in the description there. You should be able to find it. Arch Manning coming back out for Texas here too. They got Kraken. Oh man, in the building. Let's go back to the Cuse and the Vols here.
Some of the kids are going to work out here in the first game. I mean, it's still the first quarter, so this is to be expected.
Smith is a shitbird. Holy F, Coach K says. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't think Julius. I mean, people rag Will Howard, man. I thought he did a hell of a job of getting Jeremiah Smith the fucking ball when he needed it. So, wait, which song, Joe Cord? Oh no, that's you talking about the beginning of the show? Oh, that's the song that my boy made me. That's the song that my boy does sound engineering made me, man. You're not gonna be able to find that. That's exclusive. That's exclusive, Joe. Exclusive. 2nd and 9 for Angeli and Syracuse at their own 36-yard line. Drops back, throws a pass in double coverage there in traffic. It's tipped up and incomplete for the Cuse here. 3rd and 9 upcoming for Syracuse. Tennessee's defense is tough, man. I mean, I talked about it with a lot of people. Syracuse could really struggle to score the ball here. Seriously.
Tennessee take the penalty. You see, it's right here. He's covered up. If he's going to be on the line of scrimmage, he's going to have to be off, but he's not. Makes the tight end Dan Villari ineligible. I still don't think Josh Heupel has decided whether to take this penalty or not. Talking with the officials on the far side, when you take the incompletion, you make it 3rd down and 9. Tennessee is elected to decline the penalty.
Yeah, I don't care what you guys say. I still don't think Aguilar better than Nico. I'm sorry. I watched Aguilar last year. I've been watching Aguilar for a while going back to App State, dude. I don't know. I still think Nico's a better player, and I got my upset pick for tonight. Utah, UCLA. Give me UCLA money line against Utah here tonight. I will be placing that, and I will be taking UCLA against Utah. 3rd and 9 for Steve Angeli in the Syracuse Orange here. He drops back. Blitz for Tennessee right up the middle, and Angeli is sacked. Great play by Tennessee's defense there. And their captain at linebacker Carter. Unbelievable play there. 4th down, upcoming. Tennessee will get the ball back. Great blitz by Tennessee's defense. Man, they're fucking tough on defense, man. Shit. They're extremely deep in the secondary. The linebackers are experienced, and man, great play there by the linebacker, 4th down.
Conversation about good defensive football where you don't bring up the name Tim Banks. Yeah, Tim Banks, I just think he is a fantastic defensive coordinator, great communicator, great strategist, understands personnel, and he has got some dudes to work.
We got cracking. Yeah, Joe, I know. I told you that's my boy made that song. That's my boy. You ain't gonna be able to find that. He made that himself, so that's like exclusive. So I don't know how you're gonna find that. You ain't gonna find that nowhere. Let's go back to Texas, Ohio State here. 2nd and 10 for Texas here at their own 25-yard line. Still a low-scoring game. I'm kind of surprised here. Handoff is to Wisner. He gets about 2 yards up to the Texas 27 here. 3rd and 8 upcoming for Texas. Joe's like, damn it, tell him that's tight. Joe, holler at me offline. I'm able to get it to you. Holler at me. Just let me know, bro.
Big 3rd down coming up now for Texas. They need 8 at the 27.
What up, man? I appreciate you tuning in, my man. I appreciate the support, bro. I appreciate you tuning in, man. Hope you're having a great college football game day Saturday here. Lots to talk about. 3rd and 8 for Arch Manning here. He drops back, deals with some pressure, and is tackled at the line of scrimmage here. 4th down, another punt upcoming. Man, this is looking a little slower than I expected, but let's see. That was pretty well covered by Ohio State. People ragging Arch Manning, I get it, but Ohio State's defense is tough as shit. They're defending Natty. They're gonna be tough on defense. Have Matt Patricia as their defensive coordinator. It's just they're gonna be tough on defense. So don't be surprised. I wouldn't say he looks shaky. It's just he's playing against a really tough defense. No points have been fucking scored here. So rag Arch, but Ohio State didn't look better at all on offense. So I'm just saying. Jeremiah Smith dropped 2 passes too, but 2nd and 10 here. Going to commercial break for the Ohio State game. 2nd and 10 for the Vols here. They hand off and get about 13 yards here up to their 41-yard line. Tennessee's driving again. It seems like they're going to really dominate Syracuse in this game here. Syracuse is just having all kinds of trouble against Tennessee's defense, which doesn't shock me in any way. I think Tennessee defensively is among the best in the country by far. Especially in the fucking secondary. They got dudes on defense, so I can go on and on about them. Defensively, they're going to be legit. So if Syracuse can't score, it's going to be a long game for them. Play action for Aguilar on 2nd and 6. Throws over the middle, is caught by his receiver at about the Syracuse 47-yard line here. Good play for Tennessee to get into Syracuse territory. 1st and 10 for Ohio State here. Julian Saint hands off to his back here. Gets about 2-3 yards. Up to the 22-yard line, 23, depending on where they spot it. Joey Aguilar takes the carry. Wow, he's really used his feet. I will say, Aguilar really used his feet. Maybe I can do that. Maybe I could be able to crop that. Let me see what I can do, my man. Maybe I could be able to make that happen. Let's see. Maybe I can be able to make that happen. Let's see. That would help a live score. But here's the thing. I'm doing a watch party for the Texas game. There aren't many other games that are on that I'm going to pay much attention to. Besides Tennessee, the Vols, you got to understand, I'm boots on the ground in Knoxville, so I'm going to cover them at least in a little bit. Fumble for Tennessee here. God damn. Fumble. I didn't look away, and it's a fumble for Tennessee here. Syracuse recovers there. Unbelievable play. I got to get a replay here and see what actually happened, but Syracuse recovers on the play here. Julian Saint hits Jeremiah Smith over the middle, so Ohio State is certainly driving it closer to midfield here, but a botched handoff by Tennessee, fumbled there, and recovered by Syracuse there. Let's see if Syracuse can capitalize on the error by Tennessee there. Man, Ohio State's driving, though. Keep running the football, see what they got. 2nd and 5 for them. They're driving, getting closer into Texas territory there. They're showing Brian Hartline, the OC and wide receiver coach out there. Brian Hartline certainly had several NFL wide receivers certainly he's put out in the NFL. Certainly has several NFL wide receivers that, he's got coming Jeremiah Smith and his backup. Shit, he's got all kinds of cats coming out, so. Play action for Angeli, and he is sacked, fumbles on the play, balls on the ground, picked up by Tennessee. Tennessee's running into the end zone, touchdown Volunteers. Wow, that was a quick play for Tennessee. Their defense better stop fucking around. Defense line gets to them, fumble and touchdown Volunteers. Damn, that was quick. 16-0 Volunteers here. Kevin the Trucker, what up? You want me to talk Colorado and Shador? Ain't much to talk about on Shador since I'm not going to really talk about Shador until he makes a play. That's kind of wrapped up. Colorado, I did a live watch party here last night, so go check it out and react to that goddamn game live. I got an issue with the way they handled the clock management at the end of the game there on top of not leading into the run game, which I can go on and on, though. But I'm not going into much more than that. Shit. Kevin the Trucker, go watch my stream from last night. I reacted to it live, so fuck it. It's what it is. That's my take on CU. I will discuss more Matt Machese on Monday over on 0 to 60, but not much here.
OSA is a chronic condition tied to breathing interruptions and oxygen deprivation during sleep. You're undiagnosed? That was us. Talk to your doctor about OSA. Let's keep being humans.
Soda-flavored sparkling waters have 1/10 the sugar of top sodas, so we hired 1/10 of Tony Hawk to tell you about it.
Hi, I'm 1/10 of Tony Hawk, and I just love these products.
Nice ad liquid death with Tony Hawk. What the fuck is that? Goddamn.
So hold it up, Howard. You put on the biggest event of the year every single weekend. Surviving the strongest storms. With chaos, with composure. Roll up your sleeves and roll out the red carpet. Because the end of the night for you is the beginning of the rest of their lives. You are a fighter. And this is your Yo, the market of fighting.
At NACA, we're the pros that know how to make your business our business. Pros everywhere you need us, with every part you need. From brake pads to stock your shopping.
If you're in the building and pound that like button, subscribe, and become a member. I got all kinds of people hitting my line here about this Texas game. So we got cracking here in the building here on Bailey Price Media Live. But, man, it's a good Saturday to be in the building. That's all I got to say. No, you're not going to hear no crazy explanations from me. Just happy to be in the fucking building. Not much else for me to say there.
No. Pause in the search for a while.
Look, I know it's been tough, but let's not give up now.
This is ours?
So I just kept going. I just kept going. They got Willa. They got my daughter. Okay, Bob, do what you gotta do. You know what, Mom, we used to run around and do some wristbands.
We in the building. We in the building here. The Panthers are re-signing Hunter Renfrow to their active roster. I thought that was an interesting move, but I also know they brought him in. It doesn't shock me that they're not letting him go. Quinn's asking my opinion on the Micah Parsons trade. Quinn, I was going to do a whole show about this shit. I ended up saying fuck it and going college football route. But I think the Cowboys won the trade. I've heard very few people come out and just blatantly say, I think the Cowboys won the trade by far. I think that Jerry Jones and Micah Parsons, having him there was a distraction. I don't think Micah Parsons is worth anywhere near $47 million. I don't look at him like Myles Garrett or TJ Watt by any means, mostly because he doesn't play the run like that. I get he's a great edge rusher, but there's a lot of great edge rushers in the NFL. I am more on the train of the Cowboys won the rephrase. The Cowboys won the trade, meaning this. They got Kenny Clark out of the trade, which I think is a great pickup for them specifically. They really needed help in that defensive line position. They have the big kid Mozzie Smith down there, but I'm not really a believer in him. I thought he kind of played kind of soft at times. He's a good player, but I think they needed another veteran at the D tackle position. So I think them getting Kenny Clark in return for that, which I haven't really heard people mention. I think that's a huge get for them. Something they really needed to address on that defensive line. Looking at the Cowboys at edge rushers, this is off the top of my head, but they got several edge rushers there. They got, I believe it's, they got Leonard Floyd out there, the edge rusher. They got James Houston backing them up, Sam Williams. They got several pieces in the defensive line, so I don't really expect too much of a drop-off. I get Micah Parsons is great getting sacks, but goddamn, he don't play the run. I think the DNs they got will probably play the run a little bit better and not be as much of a distraction. So I think the Cowboys, in essence, really won the trade in the long run. I think the Packers, in the short term, could potentially make a run with having Micah, but at the same time, I got to believe it and see it with Jordan Love there. Because they got Josh Jacobs, that's great, but I got to see how Jordan Love's play looks. Again, in that division, I think the Lions are going to be solid. Contrary to belief, I think the Vikings are going to be just fucking fine with J.J. McCarthy. As long as he's a game manager and he's a bigger Brock Purdy, he's going to be just fucking fine. That roster is fucking loaded. So I don't really have any doubt in that aspect at all. That's kind of my biggest takeaways from the trade. I think Micah going to the North, the NFC North, and having to play Green Bay, Chicago, and Detroit 2 times a year, solid offensive lines, and you're playing in the cold. I think you might see a slight drop off in his play. I don't know. I haven't really heard people say that either, but I'm just throwing it out there. My initial reaction and thoughts on it. I'm a bold person, so I always react a little bit differently than most people, but that's my takeaway from the Micah Parsons trade. Do I play college football? Fuck yeah, I do. You best believe I do. I'm in all kinds of money leagues. So if you got a money league or you want to play me, holler at me, DM me. I'll definitely run you 100% because I definitely run that goddamn game for sure. Micah's overrated. I don't know if he's overrated. He's a great edge rusher. He does that well. Like, I'm not going to take that away from him. He is an elite edge rusher. He's not Myles Garrett. He doesn't play the run. He's not a freakazoid athletically like Myles Garrett is. Man, this game's slow. 4th down for Ohio State here is an incomplete pass. But going back to the Cowboys, yeah, I think the Cowboys in the long run definitely won that trade, contrary to the popular media opinion. That's my thoughts on it. Oh, I missed that. Did Colton Hood score that goddamn touchdown? Was that Hood? No shit. Goddamn, that was Colton Hood that scored the touchdown. Oh, shit. I didn't even catch that. Colton Hood, shout out to him for scoring the touchdown for the Volunteers here. Colorado transfer, who I think is a fucking hell of a player there. I can't wait to see how they use him down in Tennessee. But Colton Hood on the fumble recovery here for Tennessee here. Shout out to Colton Hood, man. Shit. I mean, that was quick. That was quick for Colton Hood. Shoot. Shout out to him making plays down in Tennessee out here in Knoxville. They're at Mercedes-Benz Stadium, but I don't know what the fuck happened. Ohio State must have gotten a penalty. 1st and 10 for Ohio State here. Julian Sand, quarterback, got the running back lined up directly behind him. Handoff is to the back, and he is tackled in the backfield there, but he gets a yard out of it. Shit, he could have been tackled for a loss of 3. Gets a yard out of it there, but man, we in the building. 49-yard touchdown pass for Purdue. Purdue's up 21-0 against Ball State. What did I tell you? Barry Odom and them. I'll tell you. Not much else to say there. Can't wait to get in my picks for the afternoon. I took UConn at 26.5 against Central Connecticut. I think they're going to win by at least 4 scores, but the line is up to 28.5, so you got to get your bets in early when it comes to Saturday college football betting here. You can't fuck around and wait. Indiana got 23.5 against Old Dominion. I think they absolutely cover that. I think they should win by 31 points. I throw a spread. I'll set the spread for my head in the game, what I think will happen, and then I bet accordingly with what the actual spread is. So I think they can absolutely crush that. Marshall and Georgia, I talked about this yesterday. I actually showed a video of a Marshall player talking about this game, but I got Georgia covering that spread. I'm tailing Sean King on that one because I think Marshall's been gutted on the roster here, losing Charles Huff to Southern Miss. Their whole roster does a mass exodus, and that's that. Give me Georgia to cover that spread and really set a tone in their opener. Give me Alabama to cover the spread, 13.5 against Florida State. I think they could win by 4 touchdowns. I'm not going to lie. I think Alabama, head and toes, is a better team than Florida State on all aspects of the football. And then Montana State, Oregon. Give me Oregon to cover. I got it at 26.5. It's up to 28.5 now. Give me Oregon to cover against Montana State. Montana State loses the Walter Payton winner and Tommy Mellott. He went to the Raiders, put a little receiver. But give me Oregon to cover that spread as we talk a little afternoon betting here, getting into it. But, man.
Stop the play near side here. Does he mean the 18? 28 is 10 yards away. It's 18.
Ball stayed down 21, chirp, chirp. You have Joe, you have some interesting bets. You have Arkansas by 60 points. Who do they play? I like who they got some good players on that roster, Taylor Green at quarterback, but who do they play? I didn't even look at Arkansas at all. Who do they play, Joe? Drop in the chat. Who they got? Ohio State is driving on the Texas 18-yard line. They hand off to the running back, get about 5 yards, around the 15-yard line for Ohio State. Alabama A&M. Don't they have a pretty decent quarterback over there? Not tripping. I might have read something on that. They got a quarterback. Let me see if I can find. I read an article about that. Because you know me, Joe. I'm a student of the game. I may not do my homework, but A&M, don't they have a good quarterback? Who they call? What's they call him? Is that maybe I'm tripping. Is that Alabama? I'm mixing up the A&Ms and Alabama schools, but am I tripping? I'm pretty sure they got Q. Goddamn, what's his name? What do they call him? Quad? Off the top of my head, it's Quad. Goddamn, I can't remember his last name. They call him Quad, though. I'm pretty sure that's their quarterback. Maybe I'm wrong school, but I'm pretty sure that's who the quarterback is. I don't know. I thought they had a good dude. Lost 28-20 to A&M. Florida A&M. Yeah. All these people, yeah, it's Quad Brown, Cornelius Brown. That's right. Yeah, Joe. That's a cool Quad Brown. I know who the quarterback is. That's right. That's Quad Brown. They call him Quad. I don't know, man. I don't know if I'd lay Arkansas by that many points. I love their offense. I don't know if I love their defense. See, I mean, Sam Pittman down there is certainly in a position where they need to win now. So they got no room for error. But yeah, they got Quad. Alabama A&M got Quad Brown at quarterback. I remember that. I forgot about Quad Brown. That's right. I've talked about him a little bit on this show, I believe. Try to cover all types of teams here on BPM Live, but man. Cornelius. I mean, it's like a classic name. Shit, I'm with it. I don't got a problem with it. They call him Quad Brown. That's kind of dope. I got no problem with it, Quinn. 3rd and goal upcoming for Ohio State as they try and drive against Texas here. See what they got cracking. 4th and 10 for the Cuse, and they managed to get it. 1st and goal upcoming for Syracuse. Yeah, Joe. We'll see. I mean, I think that'll be a good game. I don't know if Arkansas wins by 60 points, though, to your bet. But I just know at the top of my head, I knew that Alabama A&M had a quarterback. I think he's a senior too, who I thought was pretty decent, but maybe I'm wrong.
So here's the timeout. 9:41 to play, second quarter, no score. But the world famous Buckeyes knocking on the door.
Back in the building, man. I'm going to say this. We're going to do a lot of watch parties here during the season. We're going to have a lot more people here in the building here as this channel continues to grow because that's what I do. I blow up fucking YouTube channels. But, man, it is so goddamn great to have college football back. Let me just say that. I am so goddamn happy that we're back here. Man, I cannot say that enough. I'm really excited here. But I'm going to go refill my drink, go to the bathroom here. When we come back, we're going to dive into Ohio State, Texas here. 2nd and goal upcoming for Syracuse against Tennessee. Let's see what they got cracking here. But take a listen to this Miami versus Notre Dame preview. I'm going to say this right now. I got fucking Notre Dame 2.5 covering against Miami here. Let's roll. But take a listen to this Miami Hurricanes Notre Dame preview with my main man, owner of Inside the U, Christopher Stock. I will see you guys here in about a minute or so. Take it easy. Go ahead and preview Miami versus Notre Dame. Notre Dame's got a quarterback battle right now. Apparently, it's neck and neck between C.J. Carr and Kenny Minchie. But, Chris, I wanted to go ahead and preview Miami's matchup against Notre Dame. What are your thoughts on this matchup? How are you feeling about this matchup? Are you excited? Are you nervous about this matchup? What are your thoughts?
I think Miami fans should definitely be excited because it's at home, and Miami does return some players, some key spots. They've got the offensive line. When I talked earlier about the offensive weapons, that receiver, tight end, there certainly are guys that they're hoping step up. And I think with a good offensive line, with the guys they have coming back, they should have a really good offensive line. And I think that's where you look at it, like, can the offensive line give a little bit more time for Carson? Just a little extra time to allow the receivers to get downfield, get open. And maybe that's what it'll take. We'll see how it works. We talk so much about quality offensive line play, particularly in the run game, but how will it help the receivers? And I think that'll be big. I think, again, Miami fans excited that it's at home. It obviously worked out great for Miami, one of the most memorable wins over the last 20 years when Notre Dame came down in 17 there. And I think fans are going to be excited to see what Carson's all about and see if Miami can build on their 10-3 season last year. They haven't had back-to-back 10-win seasons since 03. That first year I started covering the team. It's crazy to think about, but not a lot of 10-win seasons since then. So they're looking to do that, and certainly Carson, the offense, they got to get it going. But as far as expectations, I expect Miami to kind of lean on the run game in that one. I assume Notre Dame is going to expect that as well. So we might see some heavy boxes in there from Notre Dame's defense, and Miami's going to have to be able to throw, be able to catch some passes downfield, I think, in this one.
Definitely. And speaking of Miami's run game, I felt like last season, one thing that led to Cam Moore's success was Damian Martinez. I know he kind of had some struggles up and down the season, but I feel like at times he really leaned on Damian Martinez and the run game overall in general. And that's a big thing for a quarterback, having a run game, being able to take the pressure off the quarterback. Going into this season, how you mentioned Miami's run game. You think they'll be able to lean into that. How do you feel about Miami's run game going into 2025 after losing Damian Martinez? And how do you think that'll affect Beck?
Yeah, and as great as that passing offense was at the end of the season, Miami actually led the ACC in rushing yards per game. So that shows that, and they want to run the ball.
Yeah.
Mario Cristobal, Shannon Dawson, the offensive coordinator, he wants that balance. He, talked to him at media day. It's a point of emphasis to run the ball, and I think that's they're going to kind of lean on that, regardless of who's at quarterback. They want to run the ball. So Mark Fletcher, Jordan Lyle returned from last season. Those will be the guys that got Marty Brown, 1,000-yard back out of North Dakota State. So those are kind of the three guys that go with. I think they're going to kind of rotate. I think they'll lean on Lyle and Fletcher. Those will be the top two guys, bigger back and Fletcher, and then a shiftier, faster guy in Lyle. So that's kind of what they'll be looking to do. But again, that offensive line will certainly help the run game. But they want to run the ball, and those are the guys that they're looking at this point. But certainly, I'm very curious to see how Fletcher and Lyle do this season, because both of them, for different reasons, do have some potential for a breakout season if they get enough touches, but being productive. I think they're definitely going to get the opportunity, even though I'm expecting them to split their carries.
Okay, that's going to be good if they can lean onto those two backs. That'll take a lot of pressure off of Beck. Now going to Notre Dame's run game. Now they got Jeremiah Love. How is Miami going to stop Jeremiah Love? How is Ruben Bain and Miami going to figure it out? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, they got to figure it out at linebacker. I have some question marks at linebacker. What kind of play Miami is going to get from that group? Now, they brought in Muhammad Torrey, transfer from Rutgers. Didn't play last year with an injury. So they're expecting him to be a key part. But they also have, Popo Aguirre. He's trying to step up. Wesley Basaint is back once again for another year. But, they lost their best linebacker a year ago. Francisco Maurino off to the NFL. And I just think this group has a lot to prove, and this is a game to do it. Miami's going to lean on their front four. Ruben Bain, as you mentioned, has got to have one of these seasons that we've been expecting, kind of start to finish. And I think this is a game to do it. Defensive tackle, I think you can get some steady play there. They like their ends. I think they're going to move guys around a little bit. And Corey Heatherman's defense, a new defensive coordinator. But yeah, certainly that front seven, and they got to get some support. The safety group, the defensive backs have to be able to come up and make tackles. Can't miss on a guy like Love. That's a big thing. Doesn't matter, who it is. Whatever line of defense, you can't miss tackles in a game like this, and that's always a concern for game one, because you've not been hitting like that when it comes to it. And it's going to be a primetime matchup. We haven't touched on, but it's Sunday night game. I mean, at night at Hard Rock, to open it up, it's all eyes are going to be on the game. Two top 10 teams.
Yeah, and to me, that's the biggest question mark. I think it's going to be a hell of a game, and I think the biggest question is, can Miami stop Jeremiah Love? Because I think Carson Beck's going to be able to figure it out. I think they're going to put some points on the board. I think that's going to be the big question mark to me as we preview this game.
been 4 years since the Washington Redskins name was changed, and many, including those within the Native American community, want the name to return. Washington Commanders head coach Dan Quinn recently made headlines with wearing a Washington Commanders shirt with a feather on it. This comes 8 months after the Native American Guardians Association announced that they were suing the Washington Commanders saying this.
The Native American Guardians Association is now suing the Washington Commanders, accusing the team of suppressing Native American history when they changed the Redskins name. Their lawsuit argues that the name Redskins carries deep cultural, historical, and emotional significance, honoring the bravery, resilience, and warrior spirit associated with Native American culture. Commanders is a fitting name for oppressors.
With all this said, I have betting expert Drew Lozano joining us, and he is of Native American descent. Drew, you have a very compelling take on the Washington Redskins name. I want to start from the beginning. What were the true reasons the Washington Redskins name was removed? Is it racist?
Okay, the true reasons why the name was removed. I'm not going to sugarcoat this. It's just a bunch of soft fucks that think that they're making a difference in the world by erasing history and the moniker.
So do you feel as though this was the people pushing this from the Native American communities? Do you feel as though it was different people, different backgrounds? How do you feel about it? You're from yourself being of Native American descent.
So I don't think it was ever pushed by the Native communities. I think it's one of those things where a certain demographic looked at the natives and said, "Oh, we're going to do what we can do to help you out." So we deem this as racist. We're gonna erase it to help you guys out. But I think in reality, none of us ever really cared.
Do you feel as though it's like history and they're taking away history by changing the name?
Oh, 100%. Because every single NFL season, you would be reminded of it all the time. And now that it's gone, it's
right. You mentioned that because you still have the Florida State Seminoles. You still have the
exactly.
City Chiefs. Why did they cancel Redskins and Cleveland Indians, but they didn't cancel the Chiefs or the Seminoles? Why, in your opinion?
Political views from the area the team resides in.
That's a good, that's a great point.
Excuse me, my mic was muted, but we're back in the building here at Pound That Like Button. Ohio State's up 7-0 against Texas here. Ohio State got a run here. We had to take a call here. Apologize for the delay here, but I appreciate you all tuning in for the live watch party here at Bailey Price Media Live. Ohio State is up 7-0 against Sark and Texas here. Sark and Texas here are driving 2nd and 10 upcoming for Arch Manning and the Longhorns here. Let me know in the chat how you're feeling about this game, how you're feeling about all these games here. Shit. Tennessee's defense looks great for the most part here, but at the same time, I'd like to see more from their offense. But nonetheless, Joey Aguilar hitting a massive touchdown there. I'm with it, but let's see what Tennessee can do as they continue to battle the orange here. 3rd and 3 here, upcoming for Texas here. I'll give live play-by-play here as we're in the building for the live watch party of Texas versus Ohio State. Here we go. 3rd and 3 here for the Longhorns. Arch Manning here. What we got cracking? Arch snaps. Got a running back. Baxter Jr. in the backfield here. Rolls out left. Rolls around. Gets around the D end here. Runs on the sideline here and is hit hard on the sideline here by an Ohio State player there. But I believe he will get the first down there. Great play by Arch Manning on his feet there. Wow. Really takes a hit on the sideline there, but great play on his feet by Arch Manning there. Great play.
I tell you what, he did a nice job keeping that ball in that right arm because it started coming away from his body. He's trying to get the sticks right there, the line to gain. And how about the hit right there from Lorenzo Style?
Thunderstorm chances increasing. Joe, you know who that exclusively helps? Notre Dame and their 2-star running back. That's what I will say right now. Notre Dame's going to pound that goddamn rock against Miami. I'll say that. Arch Manning throws deep in double coverage to Wisner, incomplete Wingo down the field, incomplete. Second and 10. I'm coming for the Longhorns here.
This is really good coverage because you got elite speed right here from Ryan Wingo, and they're able to get the safety to run with him. That's Jalen McClain, and then that opposite corner, Jermaine Matthews, he just took off from his position and went back deep into the field and ran underneath the route. That's number 7 right there. Excellent coverage.
If you're watching, you're in the building, let your voice be heard in the chat below here. What you got cracking here? We're watching Tennessee versus Syracuse, Ohio State, and Texas here. Arch Manning hands off to Baxter Jr. here, and he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage here. He ends up getting back to the line of scrimmage, but not much there from on the run for the Longhorns here.
That was number 2, Caleb Downs. You're starting to see Matt Patricia move number 2 around as he gets more comfortable calling plays defensively here for Ohio State. He said he could be creative with them because the knowledge of the game is elite for Caleb Downs, number 2. And Sark knows he's got to understand
Back in the building.
where Downs is at all times.
Yeah, Texas they got to get 1st and 10 here for Texas. They got to get, or 3rd and 10 for Texas. They got to get this first down. Arch Manning drops back, deals with pressure, and is sacked. Man, Reese and Styles, the 2 inside backers for Ohio State are, I'm going to say this right now, wreaking havoc, man. Shit. Styles and the goddamn Reese, they're both wreaking havoc here. All types of way they send Reese on a blitz here. He ends up beating the guard, getting the sack on Arch Manning. Good play for Ohio State's defense there. But, yeah, Ohio State defensively looks really, really good. Matt Patricia has really got them dialed in and going there. Man. Ohio State will take it at the Texas 2-yard line.
Defense playing lights out football to start.
Incredible feeling from adding Neurofiber to your gut routine. Contains 8 grams of fiber with metabolism support. Neurofiber, reach for a more balanced gut.
Yeah.
Glad we got Jersey Mike's for the game.
Wait, does our mascot look like Danny DeVito over here?
Yeah, it does. That doesn't matter. This is a commercial for Jersey Mike's, where the subs matter most. Fresh and sliced right in front of you. That's what they're all about.
You on the cheer squad?
And see Dave.
Pound the like button, folks. We're in the building here. Let's go back to the Syracuse-Tennessee game here before we keep watching Ohio State and goddamn Texas here. I'm trying to get this goddamn remote. Texas game here. Got all kinds of TVs going here. Cracking. Got it all cracking here on game day. Syracuse got to respond here. They're going to get blown out the building because Tennessee's defense is tough. 1st and 10 for the Cuse. And Jelly under center here. Got the running back behind him. Hands off. Running back gets about 4 yards, 5 yards. They're a good run for the Cuse here. Will be about 2nd and 4 for the Orange. Arch Manning ain't looking mid. Y'all crazy. You got to give some Ohio State's defense. You got to give a lot of credit, man. You guys act like Arch Manning. I mean, I don't know. I think Arch will look better against different opponents, but Ohio State's defense is coming to play. Matt Patricia is really dialing it up on defense. Those inside backers for Ohio State, Styles and goddamn Reese, are playing really, really well right now. So give credit to Ohio State's defense where it's due. I wouldn't really rag Arch Manning right now here. I don't really have too much. It's a slow game, so you guys are sitting here ragging the shit out of it when there ain't, you know. I wouldn't really rag Arch Manning right now, is what I will say. Handoff for Angeli in the Syracuse Orange here in Tennessee territory there. Running back gets up to the Tennessee 43-yard line. Arch, Salter, or Salter, Arch? Renaissance man, I appreciate you tuning in, but are you fucking serious? With all due respect, I think Arch Manning is head and heels a better player than Salter, and that's no knock on Salter, but that's just being real. I guess Salter's played a lot of college football, thrown for 5,000 yards, rushed for 2,000 yards, thrown for 50 touchdowns, and rushed for 20, but I still think Arch Manning right now is a better player. I still think so. That's all I gotta say. It's a Colorado question. It's like I chuck it out a little bit, but at the same time, I just don't think they're at the same level as a player, even an Arch in his third season. I just don't. And by the way, Renaissance man, let me fucking say this. To all the people ragging Salter on Twitter, I think it's insane. You guys really think Salter played that goddamn bad last night? I don't think so. I think Salter actually played a pretty good game for the most part. I thought he managed the game well. I thought he was efficient for the most part on offense. Yeah, he overthrew some passes, but goddamn. Game 1 against Georgia Tech, that's going to fucking happen. He's not going to miss those come week 4 against Houston. I thought he actually played pretty decently. I gave him a C+ grade, and I thought that was a little low, to be honest with you. I thought he actually managed the game well, played well. I thought Colorado's play calling played to his deterrent, if that makes sense. I think Colorado didn't lean into the run game, which certainly affected his play a little bit, forced him to have to use his feet a little bit more. He had 13 carries, which is what it is. I wish Colorado would give their running backs more than 17 goddamn carries. And I talked about that, Matt Manchese, and Matt and I are going to talk about that on 0 to 60 on Monday. But to the people ragging Caden Salter for his performance last night, I don't get it. I think it's Colorado fans quick to jump at something. I actually thought he played pretty goddamn well. And to the people saying, take out bench Salter. You really think a true freshman would have done better against a Georgia Tech defense like that? Bullshit. I know you don't think that shit. Let's be real here. Juju's not making those plays on his feet like Salter was. Juju ain't gonna make those plays. He's not an athlete like Salter is. So oh man. Renaissance man, yeah, he flushed on 4th and 1 and still got it. He got the first down, so you can bitch and moan about him flitching. He still managed to get the first down. I'm not going to sit here and trip about that. Yeah, he's going to deal with a little game 1 jitters on a new team and play in a new fucking stadium. Folsom Field is by far a bigger and more wild atmosphere than goddamn Liberty Stadium out here on the East Coast. But, man, I just don't get the pushback on Salter at all. I just think it's insane. I'll say this right now. Coach Prime's comments at the end of the game about the end of the clock management at the end of the game really frustrated me a little bit. I don't think he really took accountability because I don't think you can burn 40 seconds in 2 plays and then sit here and defend it. You didn't get out of bounds. You didn't get out of bounds on the Welch screen pass. You didn't get out of bounds on the Hakeem Williams curl. You didn't even get the fucking first down. So I don't understand where his logic is when he says, yeah, we get out of bounds. I was right to not call 2 timeouts. I don't really agree with that. I thought they absolutely probably should have called a timeout after Welch got tackled in the backfield there. Then you can call a timeout, reset, and you still have another timeout to use to get down the field. I thought after they didn't call the timeout there and they kept rolling, I mean, they looked uncomfortable. Like they just didn't look like they had a plan. I don't know. Colorado fans agree to disagree in the chat, but sure, yeah, you would have grace if it was Juju, but I don't think you'd have the same performance. I really don't. I think having experience in Salter, I think plays to your advantage in a Georgia Tech game like that. I don't really give a shit if he has more grace. You know what I'm saying? I don't really care. I think that would have been a buzzsaw for Julian Lewis playing him in a game like that. Georgia Tech's defense is tough. Shout out to T-Cal. People give him a lot of hate. T-Cal, he's been there and done that. Played at a higher level of football than I have by far. I give him a lot of credit. He's keeping it real on Twitter, going at the prime sexuals about Salter because I share kind of his sentiment on Salter. I don't think he has played as bad as people are ragging him for by far, by any means. Shit, he kept Colorado in the game. You're right. It's between the ears, but I don't. How are you guys gonna fault Salter? He ain't the one calling the fucking plays. I really don't get the pushback on Salter. That's something I will say, and I will defend him on Matt McChesney because I feel like Matt McChesney might say something along those lines. I don't really get how you fault Salter on that aspect. I think if they leaned into the run game, it would have taken a lot of pressure off him. You could have seen some play action looks where he could really, when Tech would load the box if Colorado leaned into the run game, you could see some play action coming off of that. So I don't get the pushback on Salter at all. First quarter, he didn't take the easy first downs, kept the D on the field. He didn't, or then Colorado didn't run the fucking football. Let's be real. After they got that second fumble and French recovered the second fumble, what did they fucking do? They ran a fucking bubble screen. They ran a goddamn screen to the sideline. They ran another play action. They didn't run the fucking football. That's really tough to put. That's a really tough position to put your quarterback in, especially against a tough Georgia Tech defense that already knows that Colorado is probably going to lean into the air raid a little bit. That's a really tough position to put your quarterback in. So that's what I will say on Salter. Didn't take the easy first downs. I don't know if I agree with that. See here, Syracuse Orange. There you see Josh Heupel. I mean, I will say, for the short time Josh Heupel's been in Knoxville, he's done a hell of a job, man. I give Josh Heupel a lot of credit. He had easy checkdowns and runs trying to go for the splash play. I don't necessarily agree with that. I mean, yeah, sure. I mean, I hear Coach Prime saying there was times Salter should have ran, sure. But, again, run the fucking football and it wouldn't be an issue. Like, I don't share that sentiment, man. Jelly throws to the sideline to a Syracuse receiver who catches it out of bounds. Good defense by speaking of Colorado transfer Colton Hood on the defense there. 1-on-1. Colton Hood's already got a punt return or a fumble return for a touchdown. He's playing well there 1-on-1. Colton Hood's balling, man. Let's go, Colton Hood. Fuck it. I mean, he was one of the most exciting players that I saw coming out of Colorado and transfer-wise. Him, Brandon Hood's up at UMass. They play today. Didn't bet on him, but they play today. I believe he's a starting backup there, actually. Off the top of my head, I might be wrong. They might have another cat with him, but I believe he's going to get a lot of burn for UMass. 3rd and 9 for Syracuse. They called timeout. I don't know what happened to my goddamn Ohio State game. I got 3 TVs cracking with Ohio State game just randomly gets turned off. Fuck it. I don't know what happened to that, but we in the building here. Man, not much I can really say besides happy college football, happy betting to you folks. I'm going to drop bets here for the afternoon here. I've already stated I got Texas money line. I think Tennessee wins by 10, but I think Syracuse covers the 13.5. Other than that, we'll really dive into betting here as we get closer to the 3 o'clock window here, 3 p.m. Eastern on the outside. Coach Stokes, shout out to Coach Stokes. Good friend of Matt McChesney, really does some business with 6 Year Academy. Shout out to his kid. I didn't even see that. Shout out to him. I didn't even see that. Shout out to Coach Stokes. Where you at? Coach Stokes, if you're in the chat, shout out to your boy. I didn't even see that. Joe Cord, man, catching all kinds of stuff, man. I didn't even see you play well like that. 353 and 5 touchdowns? Shit. Shout out to Coach Stokes, my man. Coach Stokes, I got to holler at you offline or something. I want to get your brand as a sponsor, so holler at me. I'm going to holler at you too because I think I would love to have you on here on BPM at 060. 3rd down for Syracuse. Tennessee sends the blitz, and goddamn, Angeli's absolutely blown up by that. Tennessee's defense is a fucking problem. Colorado's defense looked good until the time of possession favored Georgia Tech. I'll be real. The time of possession favored Georgia Tech the entire fucking game. And Colorado's defense's biggest problem was stopping Haynes King on the quarterback run. And we knew that going into the game that was going to be a fucking problem. Colorado's always struggle with like mobile quarterbacks that can move their feet, make plays like Haynes King. Haynes King took advantage of that exponentially, and you saw that. There's a reason Haynes King outrushed the entire Colorado Buffaloes team. There's a whole reason why Matt McChesney are pissed off with the play calling. All I can really say there. 4th and 16 on the punt for the Qs here. Punt rolls. Tennessee will get it about their 1.5 yard line there. Tough position to get out Aguilar and ET, but let's go back to the Ohio State game here. Let's see what's cracking over here. If I can pull it up, because my whole TV just closed out of the fucking game.
Tennessee's offense, even with this 3-score lead, is backed up. Joey Aguilar.
There's so many ways. So many ways. JB would like that shit. I know JB loves DJ Quick. Just like me on that one. Tennessee will take over on their 1 yard line with Joey Aguilar, quarterback. He's got 4 backs in the backfield there. Play action overthrown out of full house there. Let's go back to the Texas-Ohio State games. That commercial, I'm saying paid bum in the chat here. Shout out to you for tuning in here. Not to talk about your name, but Arch mechanics are terrible for him to be from a quarterback family. What have you seen from Arch? God damn, you guys act like Arch is throwing fucking dirty passes. I get it, but goddamn, you guys are quick to make a judgment. Fuck. I hear you. 4th and 3 for the Longhorns here. Speaking of Texas here, they're at the Ohio State 46-yard line, and they will take a timeout here with 42 seconds left. I'm going to take a wild guess. They're still going to go for that. But I just think we haven't seen enough Arch yet. I think it's been defense-dominated game. I think Matt Patricia on the defensive side for Ohio State has done a good job in dialing up schematics for them. I think the Styles kid and the Reese kid, the inside backers for Ohio State, are playing out of their fucking minds right now. So I wouldn't really take too much from Arch's performance. They don't even have a goddamn score on the board. Renaissance Man says we need to play exactly Georgia Tech style on offense to win the Big 12. I'm going to be honest. I completely disagree with you and Matt McChesney on that. We are not Georgia Tech. Caden Salter is not Haynes King. I think Caden Salter is a better passer than Haynes King. I think Caden Salter is actually more athletic than Haynes King. If we're being real, I don't really agree with that. I think Colorado, if anything, I didn't really have too much of a problem with their offense besides the fact when it came down to 3rd and 2, 4th down the goal line, they're fucking running sprint out. They're running fucking they ran a sprint out twice. Matt McChesney broke it down on his Twitter. Goddamn. Colorado, when they have a chance to lean into it and really say, fuck it, we're going to establish the run game, they don't. And they run a fucking bubble screen, tunnel screen, and goddamn sprint out. That's my problem with it, is they don't lean into the run game. Other than that, I don't really have a problem with the way they use Salter. I actually thought he was pretty efficient for the most part. I thought Georgia Tech's defense is going to be tough. Georgia Tech's going to be Colorado's toughest opponent by far in the year. People don't want to say that, but I think Georgia Tech's by far a better team than Kansas State, by far a fucking better team than Arizona State, by far a better team than anybody Colorado is going to face the whole year. So I would also keep that in mind for the Colorado Buffaloes fans that have something to say. But I don't agree with that at all. I don't think Colorado's Georgia Tech. Did I see any yeah, Colorado's not Georgia Tech. I see 10,000 slant routes, but I don't give a shit if we see slants. Renaissance Man, I give a shit if they run the football. That's the key. That's the key to victory for this season. Renaissance Man, you know it. I mean, Colorado's passing offense looked fine when they run the football and would, dial stuff up based off it. When they decided to go full bubble screen, fuck it, we're going air raid, they would struggle because it's pretty predictable just based on the pass. So that's what I will say. And Colorado's defense was tired. Paid Bum, you're 100% right. And it's tough when Colorado's defense was on the field so goddamn long. Georgia Tech did a good job of holding on to the football and really chewing that clock, forcing Colorado's defense to be out there a lot. That's another great point there. And I was talking to my dad about that. Colorado's defense was on the field a lot more than they should have. And I think offense, had they capitalized on those turnovers, would have done a good job in helping keep the defense off the field even a little bit more. Even for That's a great point, Paid Bum. I appreciate you tuning in, man. Shit. It's not much else I could say. Matt McChesney and I will really dive into our takeaways from Colorado to Georgia Tech on Monday over on 0 to 60, so go check that out. But no, that's a great takeaway there, Paid Bum. Not much else I could say there. Well said. And Jelly and Syracuse are driving, get a first down there, catch by the tight end in Tennessee territory. We have Draylon and Omari Miller. We saw what they could do. Oh, yeah. And people saying Omari Miller only got one target. They were never going to throw the fucking ball like crazy against Georgia Tech, so I don't really push back against that. To be honest with you, I want to see Draylon Miller get a handoff. If they're down Dallas Hayden, he's really out. I get to use the kid Simeon Price. Mike Welch averaged 6 yards a fucking carry, and they only gave him 11 carries. So I'd like to see more carries in general to the running backs. I'd like to see Draylon Miller even get a carry at back until Dallas Hayden comes back. DeKalen Taylor, it seems they only used really as a fucking to throw them out of the backfield, which is actually really, really effective for them. So I expect them to really capitalize on that. Use it more in the screen game because I saw that in Colorado practice where they throw him screens, but they didn't really throw him screens in the game there. And Jelly throws to the goal line there around the Tennessee 5-yard line. Pass interference is called in Tennessee, so that'll be a first down for the Cuse. But yeah, going back to Colorado, Draylon Miller, Omari Miller, I don't really freak out when Omari Miller didn't have that many targets in that game. He got a deep bomb, and I thought on that play particularly, that was really dialed up. I thought that was great. I would like to see more of it, but at the same time, you're not going to – Georgia Tech's their toughest opponent, so you also got to remember that. Draylon's dangerous with the ball. Renaissance, man. Draylon is 100% dangerous to the fucking football. So that's why I was like, man, give him the ball in all aspects. Throw him out of the backfield. Shit. Give him all kinds of love because he's certainly electric with the fucking football. Paid Bum says, I do want to see Juju. Not saying Salter isn't our quarterback, but I do want to see what Juju can do. I would say have patience to that because I don't want to throw Juju out there when we don't need to, right? I just don't see the point in that, throwing him out there when they don't need to. They didn't need to throw him out there last night. I don't agree with Matt tweeting Juju. Bullshit. You don't need a true freshman out there against Tech, your best opponent the whole fucking year. That's not what you need. He's a great player, but I think, like Arch Manning, we're doing this is a Texas-Ohio State watch party, right? Like Texas-Ohio State, Arch Manning sat 2 fucking years behind goddamn Quinn Ewers, developed in Sark's system and learned. It's the same thing with Julian Lewis. He's going to sit a year behind Salter, really develop in that Pat Shurmur system. I know Colorado Prime Sexuals hate Pat Shurmur. It's his fucking system. Salter's going to develop in his system and really learn. I think come next year, week 1, he's going to take college football by storm. Shout out to Coach Stokes. Joe Cord and I were talking about his son's performance. Coach Stokes, your son's balling right now. Shit. He putting out tons of numbers, so shout out to him, my man. Shit. Shout out to you for tuning in, and shout out to Coach Stokes for the $5 donation. I appreciate you tuning in. 6 touchdowns, 4 passing, 2 rushing. Coach Stokes, I bet you're proud. God damn, man, that makes me happy to hear. Shout out to your son, man. Shit. Matt basically Matt's breakdowns are great on the offensive line stuff. He just basically tweeted out Juju after like couple quarters of CU game, and I'm like, man, the last thing Colorado needs is to have goddamn Juju out there. I think Juju would have struggled against a Georgia Tech look like that. Fuck, man, they're really dialing it up too, especially that defense. I don't know. I don't think putting Juju out there is the right spot at all. Quinn says, got to become a running football team this year. You ain't got Travis Shedeur Bailey. Yeah, 100%. I was shocked they didn't do that. I thought they did that. They would have won the fucking game there if they had actually done that. Matt talked to Matt about this. 29 carries for Colorado, yes, but how many of those are 13 carries to the quarterback? Please remember that. Salter had 13 of those. So Welch only had 11. Simeon Price only had 5 carries. And DeKalen only had 1, right? They don't really use him for that, though. They throw him out of the backfield. But what I'm saying is you need to give your backs more fucking burn. Michael Welch is averaging 6 yards a fucking carry. You need to lean into that instead of shy away from it. And I think they shied away from it at times. I think against Delaware, And we're going to see Colorado's offense, what it really looks like, and really established there against a shittier opponent, Delaware State, or Delaware. So not Delaware State and Sean Jackson, but Delaware, who, by the way, is FBS now. I believe they're in the Sun Belt or the American Conference. I can't remember off the top of my head. I believe it's one of those two. But and Renaissance, man, they have a leader. Salter by far is their leader. I think we established that in the offseason. But at the same time, I don't – sure. But I think at times, yeah, Coach Prime's got to really put his foot down because he's a figurehead. But I think he's got to have more assertiveness when it comes to clock management. Yeah, paid bum this week against Delaware. I mean, if they get up 30 points, 31, you'll see Juju. That's what I would say. 31 points is the ceiling. Shout out to all you tuning in here. Quinn, paid bum. Joe Core, what up? Joe Core texting. I appreciate you. Coach Stokes, yeah, shout out to your son. Keep reiterating on it. Shout out to your son balling out. Can't wait to see what he does in week 2, but shout out to him, my man. Pay him, tell him I say what's up, man. That's a good performance for week 1. Keep capitalizing on it. Paid bum says Coach Prime said he wants Salter to run the pill. I don't give a shit what Coach Prime says right now. I'm going to be honest. Coach Prime isn't taking accountability for the management of the clock at the end of the game. I didn't really like that. I thought he'd sit here and say they got out of bounds and our players got out of bounds. Bullshit. You didn't get out of bounds until Salter ran out of bounds with 18 seconds left. I thought they should have called a timeout after the Welsh screen play or the swing pass. I don't understand why you'd run that and throw it behind the line of scrimmage when you need yardage. Especially, you didn't really have that much success with it in game. You had success with the screens at times, but you did not have much success throwing the ball behind the line of scrimmage. So I thought, yeah, bro. I get he wanted Salter to run the pill. I actually thought Salter played pretty damn well. How do I say this? I can't remember a time where Coach Prime in the Shedeur era came out and explicitly went on his quarterback's performance like that. So I also will push back on that a little bit and talk about that with Matt Machese. I cannot remember a time where he explicitly came out and said, I think Shedeur should have done this. I think Shedeur should have done that. I will note that. It's an instant reaction, but I can't think of a time where he was explicitly like that. I don't. I will know. So I'll throw that out when Coach Prime's talking about Salter. Yeah, he was in the same quarterback class as Arch. Yeah, I mean, now's the time to shine, Coach Stokes. Shoot, Arch sat 2 years. Your son's, really developed in that system, and I mean, shit, goddamn, he looked good last night. So shout out to him. Going back to more comments in the chat here. Man, I don't even know what to say here at this point. God damn. I'm talking Colorado here. I'll really get my thoughts in on Monday with Matt McChesney here. But man, shit. I don't know. Not much else to say besides that. I appreciate all you guys' support here. Pound that like button, subscribe, become a member here. We're at halftime of Texas and Ohio State here. I want you guys right now, drop your favorite bets in the chat here. I'm going to place a live bet here on Bailey Price Media Live. I want you guys to all entail here. We'll do it as a community here, but I want to see what you guys think for the picks this afternoon. I already dropped some picks I liked here. I got Joe Cord. I'm rocking with Joe Cord and OU and Oklahoma here. The Sooners out in Norman. They take on Illinois State. I'm rocking with them. Rocking with Georgia. Rocking with Alabama. The blow the fuck out of Florida State and Thomas Castellanos. I think him talking all this smack in the offseason. I think they're going to come back. Alabama's going to come back and really show them that. And Oregon against Montana State. I like Kentucky against Toledo, but they're actually kicked off. Let's go ahead and get a live score update of Kentucky and Toledo here. See if I can find it. Kentucky's up 7-2 against Toledo. Toledo must have gotten a safety against Kentucky. But I still like Kentucky to cover 10 points. That spread was up to like 13, I think, at one point, but down to 10 as it opened. Kentucky's up 7-2. Purdue's up 21-0 against Smitty's Ball State. Southern Miss is 13-10 against Mississippi State. Southern Miss is actually competing with Mississippi State. That's interesting here. See how that game plays out, but Pittsburgh is up 34-6 against Duquesne here in the battle of the state of Pittsburgh there. Navy's up 28-0 against Virginia Military Institute. Tennessee's up 24-7 against Syracuse in the orange, and Fred and Brown Tulane, led by the BYU, and Jake Retzlaff, was up 20-3 at home against Northwestern down in Tulane in the south there. Kent State and Merrimack are still 0-0 there, headed in, getting closer to halftime there. Slower scoring game, and man, I can't wait for these afternoon games to kick off. We got Robert Morris in West Virginia and Rich Rod here kicking off in about 14 minutes here, along with Boston College, Bill O'Brien, and BC take on Fordham at home. UConn, Jim Mora Jr. take on Central Connecticut here. I actually bet on UConn there against them. That lines up to 28.5. I got them at 26.5 or 20. I actually think I got them at open 25.5, I believe. I'm trying to remember my bets on the top of my fucking head. Indiana, Fernando Mendoza, quarterback, Cal transfer. Kurt Cignetti, coach, had a great season last year. I think they're going to open up well against Old Dominion at home. Cover the 23.5 spread here. I've discussed that extensively. Other spreads I like I mentioned, Georgia Marshall. Marshall lost their coach, Charles Huff. Had a mass roster exodus this offseason. I think Georgia's coming out and trying to set a tone here. I think having a good performance, winning big with Gunnar Stockton and quarterbacks going to do dividends for them. I'm excited to see how Georgia's run game looks. That's going to really be the determinant of their season, in my opinion. Alabama, Florida State. Alabama's 13.5 favorites, up to 14 now, open at 11.5 here. I took them at 13.5. I think Alabama has the potential to run Florida State here. Absolutely. I think Alabama has the potential to run them. Going down other spreads here, Oregon and Montana State I've already talked about. Montana State loses Tommy Mellott, the Walter Payton winner, along with several other pieces on that roster. Oregon, I think, can absolutely blow them out. I had them at 26.5. That line is up to 28.5 now. I also took Memphis and Chattanooga here. I took Memphis at 27.5 against Chattanooga. That line is bet up to 30.5 now, I will say, before kickoff. I think Memphis can absolutely win by 4 touchdowns against UT Chat here in the state of Tennessee. Touchdown Syracuse as they score with 1:55 left. Touchdown goes to, I want to say, is that Jonte Cook, the transfer? I believe that's Jonte Cook, the Texas wide receiver transfer. Maybe I'm wrong. Let's see if I get a number. Yep, that's Jonte Cook. Touchdown, Syracuse. But yeah, I got Memphis to win by 4 touchdowns against Chattanooga. That spreads up to 30.5. Other spreads I like, JMU, James Madison. I think they have the potential to have a huge year and put up a lot of points. They take on the FCS Big Sky Weber State. But man, I'll really dive into more afternoon games. Really get into it, but Joe already mentioned Oklahoma. That spread, I took them at 36, or I think I have 36.5 Oklahoma. That spread in Oklahoma, Illinois is up to 40.5. A lot of people betting Oklahoma there. Interesting. UTSA, led by Owen McCown, the son of Josh McCown here, NFL veteran. Goddamn, he played in the league a long time. Take on Texas A&M. They had 2 Texas A&M to take them on. 23.5 favorites, Texas A&M is. Anything above 21 points, I would lead UTSA to cover that line. I'm a big fan of Owen McCown and UTSA. I will be talking about them a lot on the show this season. Florida, led by DJ Lagway, takes on Long Island University. They head to Gainesville to take on Lagway. Florida's 45.5 point favorites. I wouldn't bet that, but I'm high on Lagway and Florida in the season. I don't really have much interest in that. Coach Stokes took the points. Roll Tide. Yeah, me too. I'm rolling with Bama. I discussed some of the bets that I've had in the afternoon slate there. But I really think Bama is a much better team through and through. I'm a big believer in Kalen DeBoer. I think he does what he does. Kalen DeBoer is a winner, and that's what it does. So I'm rolling with Bama by far. I think having Ryan Grubb back as their OC is going to help pay them dividends as well. Wow, I'm watching a player, Jake Retzlaff, have a 70-yard touchdown for Tulane. Man, they're really taking it to it against Northwestern there. Tulane is up, I believe, 21-3 against, or 20-3 against Northwestern. Damn. Joe Cord sent me Coach Stokes kid touchdown here. Let me see if I can pull it up here for you guys. Give me a sec, Joe. But, man, it is so goddamn great to be in the building. I cannot stress that enough. It's great to be watching Texas, Ohio State, and Syracuse, Tennessee here. It's a 10-point game. Tennessee's up 10 with the ball here as they close out in the half. But Wow, a drop pass is almost intercepted by Syracuse there. Dropped interception, missed the opportunity for the Cuse there. Back in the building. Joe, let's see what you sent me. See if I can pull it up, man. Oh, fuck. Joe, I don't think I can pull that up. Joe, find that on Twitter. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find it. I bet I can find it on Twitter. Coach Stokes said, "What? Yeah, I think West Florida ended up winning that game against Ryan, right? Let me know. But let me show some love to Coach Stokes' kid here because I'm just looking at this. Seems like they were balling. It seems like he was balling. Shit. I mean, I knew that by his stat line. But goddamn, looking at West Florida, are they still D2, Coach Stokes? Off the top of my head, I think they're D2. I was trying to get recruited when I was getting out of high school, but they're just still D2, right? Believe so. Shout out to your son, man, Marcus, doing a hell of a job. Go ahead and show a play here in a second, but man, here's Coach Stokes' son in the chat here. Take a look. See if we can get his touchdown here. Dealing with some pressure throws. Wide open. Man, West Florida whooping some ass, huh, Coach Stokes? Let's go. I am with that. Shout out to them. Goddamn, I can't remember what city they play in. Shout out to them, though. I went and visited them in high school. I ended up going to Eastern Washington, but shout out to them, man. Great program down there. Shout out to your son, man, balling. We in the building. We in the building. I can't thank you all enough for tuning in here. How are you guys feeling on this fine Saturday? Drop your favorite bets here. We're going to take a brief halftime here as Ohio State and Texas take a halftime here as well. But, man, I'm just so happy to be in the building here. This is the best time of the year. Man. Damn, he had a 71-yard bomb. He had a lot of different touchdowns. Shoot, Joe Cord. Coach Stokes, I can't believe he's more than happy. He was a 4-star. He went to West Florida. Man, I really think he can get a lot of looks that way. Shoot, seems like it. Man, he's playing well. Shout out to you, Coach Stokes. Coach Stokes, I'm gonna DM you. I gotta holler at you because I wanna bring on. I think you do a hell of a job with your brand, man. I'd love to have you on BPM here as a sponsor or something, or 0 to 60 as well, Matt McChesney. So I'm gonna holler at you, see if we can come to a deal there and get that going, because I'd love to help promote your rant band, everything you got going, because I think that's great, especially for kids trying to get recruited in this day and age of college football, man. They need all the resources they can get, so the more you can help them, the better. And I think that's a really clever and creative tool. Tennessee runs on 2nd and 4 there, gets in the end zone, touchdown. Tennessee Volunteers going up 30-14 against Syracuse and Fran Brown. Man, great run there by Deshaun Bishop. Wow. Man, the Vols look pretty damn good. I will say, I did not expect their offense to put up 31.5. Wow. Great play for the Tennessee Volunteers. Yeah, Coach Stokes, I'll holler at you this week, and I'll get at you, and we'll figure it out. Keep your phone close. Man, good play for the Tennessee Volunteers there. Let's see if I got all kinds of, I'm boots on the ground here in Knoxville, so I got all kinds of cats here hollering at me. I'm getting text that Texas is choking against Ohio State in the first half. No, I don't know if I agree with that. I think Matt Patricia and Ohio State defense come into play. Let me say that to this cat right now. I can't tell you who this is. This is actually a UT Longhorn alum. Patricia. Yeah, like I mentioned, it's a little boy here in the chat. I ain't lying to you. I ain't lying. Shit, I ain't lying. Inside backers for Ohio State are playing well. Matt Patricia and the Ohio State defense are really dialing up stuff to give them a lot of trouble. Jordan Seaton talk. I gotta play this Jordan Seaton clip because I heard this yesterday. I want to just show it again because I was listening to the post-game interview last night. Take a listen to Jordan Seaton talking about how Colorado needs to establish the fucking run game because I love hearing it from the best O-lineman.
Yeah, we're going to establish the run game. I think people try to make football complicated. You run the ball, they stack the box. Now you throw the ball. Once they do that, now they spread out. Now we running RPOs. We got a quarterback with legs. Now we're going to let him use his legs. So now we got to get to the point where we're playing chess with teams, you know? And I think establishing a run will help, you know, the pass, the RPOs, the quick plays. It'll help everything. When you run the ball, people fear to run.
Well said, Jordan Seaton. Well fucking said. I mean, it sounds like Matt Chesney and I, what we've been saying for 6 months. I mean, seriously. I mean, it's not rocket science here. The more you run the ball and have success with it, you already saw Michael Welch in that game have 5.8 yards a carry. I think if they leaned into that, you would have just had more success. It would have forced Georgia Tech to really have to, you know, address that run game defensively, and thus they would load the box. And therefore, you can get some opportunities in the pass game with Salter. But, we didn't really see that too much. Only 17 carries to the running backs for Colorado. Not enough. It's not enough at all. Not much else for me to say there. Texas and Ohio State here are kicking off out of halftime here. And here we roll. Texas-Ohio State continues here. Ohio State leads at halftime 7-0. Here we go. Second half continues here on Bailey Price Media Live.
The first thing I asked Coach Dane going into the locker room was how he's feeling about his quarterback, Julian saying the rhythm he was able to find in the first half. He actually said, I really liked his composure, especially considering we did have a couple of those drops early. Well, speaking of those drops, a few from Jeremiah Smith, something we're not used to. I asked Day, are you finding a drop to Jeremiah Smith?
You hate the fair catch? Why? What makes you hate the fair catch? I mean, I get as a fan, you want to see a return every time, but what makes you hate the fair catch?
All
right, Jenny, thank you. First and 10 of the 25 for Julian Saying, who managed the game extremely well in the first half. No costly mistakes. Underneath, throws a strike, and it's caught by Jeremiah Smith.
It's a good way to start getting him the ball. And remember, this Texas team held Jeremiah Smith to one catch for 3 yards in that semifinal matchup a year ago. And talking with Ryan Day the entire offseason, he was like, that won't happen again. And you can see the concerted effort they've gone to get number 4 the ball and his touches. That's now 7 targets. He's got a couple of drops, yes, but he's got completions, and they also got that holding call on second down against him.
2nd and 4.
So many ways. So many ways. So many ways. Yeah, it's the original kickoff, Quinn. What do you mean? It's better. It's the original fucking kickoff. Goddamn. It's the NFL is fucking it up. I don't know what the NFL is doing with their goddamn kickoff. I can't support it by any means. I don't know what they're doing. I can't agree with that at all. But yeah, I mean, this is fucking. That's why I love college, man. Pure. I mean, in this day and age, it's still the most organic football. I'll tell you that. Even with it becoming more of a business, it's still organic. 3rd and 4 for Julian Sayin. Throws to the sideline of Jeremiah Smith. Tipped and incomplete there. Tough defense by the Texas secondary there. Great play by Muhammad II there, Texas DB. 4th and 4. And a punt upcoming for the Ohio State Buckeyes here.
Remember, he got the holding call earlier in that first half, and right there they get away with a little bit of contact, and Smith's trying to get back to the ball. You can hear the fans react to that, but no flag.
Chat, we're going to take a brief commercial here. Let me know how you feel about Alabama, Florida State. Who you got? Alabama, Florida State. I got Alabama 13.5. I've already bet it. I'm running with them. I think they absolutely win by 3 fucking touchdowns here. I think they're an overall much better team here. damn, looking at the Tennessee fucking Syracuse game, another fumble by Angeli. Tennessee's defense getting after them, man. Shoot. Say the Tennessee defense really causing problems, but what do you got? Bama, Florida State. What do you got in the spread? I need a score prediction over under. What are you guys thinking? How are you guys feeling about the game here? I got Bama by a lot of points here. I already bet them 13.5. They can absolutely win by 2 touchdowns or more. That's what I got here. Let me know who you got in the chat below here. And then listen to Coach Fred and I here debate all the crazy shit Thomas Castellanos, Florida State quarterback, has been saying this offseason. I'm going to see you guys here after this brief break here. Peace. I appreciate the support. Castellanos triples down on his viral Alabama comments where he said they don't have Nick Saban to save them. I just don't see them stopping me. Coach Fred, take a listen to this. I mean, as a Seminole, I got to hear your reaction.
Doug said some things differently?
Most definitely, but I stand on what I said. Well, we stand on what I said. So I said what I said. We stand on that, and I don't mean no disrespect to none of those guys at Alabama or anything like that. It's just I have confidence in my guys and the work that we've been putting in and preparing and the preparation we've been putting together. So that's all that was. I just no disrespect to those guys, but we stand on what I said.
Ooh. Coach Fred, what's your reaction to seeing that? Thomas Castellanos standing on business.
Bailey, he says no disrespect to those guys, but I said what I said. that was total disrespect.
Yeah,
that was total disrespect. When I saw that, man, I was like, oh man, we've got to do a better job of vetting these things at media day. Because you don't want the kid to get up there and do that. Because not only does it put a target on his back, now we've let sleeping dogs lie, and go from there, man. And just you hadn't done anything there up to this point. You know what I mean? So now you've made the road a little bit harder. So I think I'm going to agree with you on this one, Bailey. That was a total disrespectful miss.
Yeah, 100%. And here I want to show a clip of Thomas Castellanos talking about why he said those comments, and it may provide context or clarity or something to the situation. Coach Fred, take a listen to this.
Young was there. On the real though, like, bro, you watch any interview, like, I don't never talk like that, bro. But like, them boys coming off of 2 and 10, I just install some confidence. Feel me? That's all I'm trying to do. That's all I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to get some confidence. Yeah, like I'm trying to get my boys ready to go. Feel me? I'm trying to make it the biggest thing. Feel me?
He said FSU's coming out 2 and 10. He's trying to instill some confidence, Coach Fred.
That ain't how you do it.
Yeah, it's an interesting method there. State back in the building, pound that like button here. Taking a look, Texas, Ohio State here. No, the stream's not done by any means here. 2nd and 6 for Texas. Arch Manning throws over the middle. They're in Ohio State territory. Catch is caught over the middle here up to the Ohio State 26-yard line. Man, see if Texas can get on the board here, and we can get some more points here in a low-scoring game. 7-0 Ohio State still. 10 minutes left in the third quarter. 3rd 2 upcoming for Texas and Ohio, or Texas and goddamn Arch Manning. Handoff is to Baxter Jr. Stopped in the backfield, but he breaks a tackle there and actually ends up getting 6 yards there up to the Ohio State 20 for Texas Longhorns first down there. Going up to the Tennessee game, they throw actually, no, that's a fucking highlight. My bad. Stupid. 1st and 10 for the Longhorns here, deep in Ohio State territory. See if they can get on the board here and tie up the game here 7-7. Texas, Arch has got Baxter Jr. in the backfield. Arch snaps, pulls it, read option, throws actually. RPO option actually throws the sideline there and it's caught by his receiver. Gets about 7 or 8 yards there. Should be 2nd and short for the ball or for the goddamn Longhorns. 2nd and 1.
He's already shown the elusiveness, so the defense has to respect his legs, and he can still dump the ball off on the outside. 2nd and 1 at the 11. Manning, play fake.
Arch Manning throws, got a receiver on the sideline, caught. All the Arch Manning shit. What the fuck are you guys talking about? He looks fine. You got Matt Patricia down enough shit on defense, but once he settles in, he looks fine. So I don't get the fucking hype with that. I don't get the fucking pushback. Also, I got a question for those in the chat here. I know we only got 5 people in the building, but let me know who you guys want to see on Bailey Price Media Live this week. I got several guests joining here. We'll have Alcorn State coach Leroy Frederick on Monday here. We got another insider here, Mark Carmen, here on Tuesday here. And we'll have Super Bowl champion Sean King joining the show this week as well, so stay tuned for that here. But let me know who else you want me to get on the show here this week. How do I feel about Tyson Bagent, the backup quarterback of Chicago? I love the kid. Personally, if you're asking me, I love the kid. I love a D2 product. I love somebody who's worked their way up and really put in the work and grinded there. He got a contract extension, 2 years, I think $16 million with the Bears. I really like the way he's worked his way up for Chicago. I really like, he's a nitty-gritty guy. Arch Manning on the quarterback keeper there for Ohio State on 1st and 10 gets about 8 yards there. I'm fucking with it. Keep using his feet, man, because Arch is athletic for sure. But yeah, going back to Bagent, I wouldn't say he's Taysom Hill's 2.0 because I think he can certainly throw the ball better than Taysom Hill. I don't think he's as good of an athlete, not even close to Taysom Hill athletic-wise. But I like it. I think if Caleb struggles, you could see Bagent certainly early, but I think Bagent's going to be a solid backup in the league for fucking 12 years. He's going to be in the league forever. I mean, he's going to be one of those guys like McCown, Chase Daniel, goddamn, who's the backup for the Chiefs forever was, Chad Henne, just people who's stuck around the league forever. Bagent's going to be in the league for a fucking while. I'll never forget when he had on the Senior Bowl where they had his dad arm wrestle, goddamn, who they have, arm wrestle Reese Davis, whoever on ESPN. I'll never forget that in the Senior Bowl. His dad's a fucking champion arm wrestler too. He's got that, that dog mentality and that family. Fuck it. I'm with it. Shit. Not much else for me to say on that aspect, but that's my take on Bagent. Joe Core says Marcus Stokes and Coach Stokes. Yeah, Coach Stokes, I'm going to holler at you, man. Shoot, we're going to get your son on. Definitely get him some spotlight because he's balling right now. Definitely going to get more eyes on him out at West Florida D2 school. And by the way, Badge is a D2 kid too. I'm just saying, Coach Stokes' son might be in some good company. So shout out to Coach Stokes' son, Marcus. My ball, Zach Ertz says, man, honestly, I love Sean King permanently on the JP show and yours every show. Yeah, we're gonna super Sean King on here as much as possible. I had a good phone conversation with Sean King the other day. He's a great dude. He's been nothing but good to me, so I have a lot of respect for Sean King. He's certainly done a lot for this show, and I have a lot of respect for him. Yeah, Sean will definitely be on the show a lot. Sean, be on JB's show 3 times a week in the week. And, man, it's really great to have him back. I know he was dealing with some medical stuff. It's really good to have him back for sure. Sean King is really great. Top tier when it comes to analysis on quarterback play. You're not really going to find much better when it comes to analysis and quarterback play than Sean King. Tulane educated. He's, speaks well. I can go on and on about Sean, but he does an unbelievable job. Oh, man. My ball, Zachary says you used to see that college town we were in, man. Really beat. Yeah, I'll bet you, my man. You played at Shepherd for 1 year and 1 year at D3 and quit. To y'all out there playing college ball, not getting your school paid for it, it's not worth it. I've seen it from both aspects. I played at Eastern Washington, but I didn't finish my 4 years. I ultimately chose to dive at life after my first year. I didn't really want to go in the transfer portal. I didn't really want to be that. I didn't want to jump around 4 schools because I could have got entered the portal and gone other. After my freshman year, I could have entered the portal and gone and done that whole thing. But I didn't want to be that cat that jumped around to 4 different schools. I felt like I had my opportunity given to me at Eastern Washington. I decided to go in a different direction, and I wasn't going to really play on that. The rest is history. I made my decision with football at the time. I look back on it all the time, playing and whatnot, but at the same time, I'm really blessed to be doing what I do, covering football here, talking Colorado Buffaloes and Matt McChesney here, getting to produce JB show and getting to talk shit on here. So I don't have any regrets on that aspect, but I totally hear where you're coming from on that aspect. I definitely had to make the decision, to what you're going to do with football, whether it's over or not. I've had to make that decision certainly a lot earlier than others have, I will say. So getting that perspective as well. But man, 4th and goal here for the Longhorns here. Texas, Ohio State here. Sark looks pissed. Arch Manning comes out under center here. Got Baxter Jr. in the backfield. They run a quarterback sneak. No fucking way he got that. No way he got that. Well short for Texas there. And Ohio State will take over on the 1 yard line. But yeah, man. Could Ohio State hold Texas scoreless here? Are we really going to sit here and consider that? Because we're well into the 3rd quarter here. That's a huge stop. Again, I'll be honest. I feel like teams rep this push shit and then don't actually, like, they'll rep it a couple times at practice, but they won't actually. I don't know. I don't know how to say it. I don't know. Interesting play call in there from Sark on the goal line. Ohio State takes over 7-0 there. Ohio State's defense is looking really legit with Matt Patricia at coordinator. I will say that right now. They're looking really fucking legit. I mean, damn. Not much else for me to say on that aspect. I just am like, I'm a little shocked there. Like, shit. They look really good. Like I mentioned, those 2 inside backers, Styles and Reese, are playing lights out football right now. So that's boding good for Ohio State, even if their offense doesn't let me look that great. He says, "Hey, Bailey, you didn't even let me call on a JB show and troll the fuck out of JB, get his ass mad." I'll say this right now. We drop the link in JB show all the time. So I will say come next week and going forward in the season, we drop that link all the time. So stay tuned. Definitely take the opportunity to call in. You can try to piss JB off. I don't know how well it's going to go for you. I wish you the best of luck with that because I don't think it's going to go very well for you. But I appreciate you tuning in nonetheless. Coach Shucks, you tag me on some IG. Here, let me check it out real quick. Shout out to you tuning in. Let me check it out. See, we got cracking on IG. Coach Stokes, what up? God damn. That was a graphic of your son. 4 touchdowns, 353, 2 rushing touchdowns. Good Lord. That's a stat line. That's a stat line right there, Coach Stokes. I'll tell you. I can't wait to see what he got in game. Who do they got, Coach Stokes? Who do they got in game 2, West Florida? I can't remember. They got, I think they play schools like, goddamn, what's that goddamn D2 down Georgia? I can't remember off the top of my head. They got a linebacker kid up there that was one of my friends. Can't remember the goddamn school. Who do they play in week 2, Coach Stokes? I'll pull up your son's graphic here right now. Shoot. Let's see if we can pull it up here. You got all the highlights here? Yeah, definitely grab that. Let's see if we can grab a couple here. See, we got Crack and Coach Stokes. Giants Commanders here. I'm seeing an ad for it on a commercial. And Giants Commanders, I believe the Commanders are 6.5-point favorites. I'll give you guys an early NFL pick that I'm all over. Give me the Giants to cover 6.5 against the Commanders. I think that's going to be a field goal game, and I think the Giants defensive line is going to give Jaden Daniels and the Washington Redskins trouble. That's an early pick that I got. Shout out to Coach Stokes' son, Marcus Stokes here, bringing out his stat line. 4 touchdowns, 353, 2 rushing touchdowns on the ground for the D2 West Florida. Man, great player for them. And Coach Stokes, I'm really happy to see that for your son, man. Here's another highlight of him making some goddamn plays here. Deep bomb here, touchdown, I believe. Man, I'm with it. Oh, my God, he really hooked that thing, too. Cameraman, can you catch up? Shout out to your son, Marcus, Coach Stokes. Man, hell of a player. Coach Stokes, let me know who they got next week because I'm going to tune in. I'm going to watch that game. I'm a junkie on football, so I don't give a shit what level. I watch all goddamn football. So holla at me. I'll definitely tune in. But, man, my ball, Zach Ertz says, yo, Coach Stokes, I'm ready to send you my film. Fuck it. I'm coming. Y'all crack me up in the chat, man. Shit. Y'all really crack me up in the chat. Let's go back to Texas, Ohio State. I'll give you guys live narration here. I haven't been doing that too much. Ohio State's really backed up in there. They got Virginia Union week 2. Oh, yeah. That should be a good game for them. 2nd and 9 here on the Ohio State 2 for Jillian Sand and the Ohio State Buckeyes here. He's got a running back in the backfield, play action. That's a hold that they got a call. That might be a safety. I'm not going to lie. That might be a hold in the end zone. Yeah, that might be a safety. That's a hold. You got to call that. That was well in the end zone, too. Let's see what they call. Referees are gathering up. There's a flag on the field there. Play is incomplete, but that's definitely a hold there. That if that's in the end zone, that's a safety. Let's see what the call is. Holding on the offense. Oh, they call it hands to the face on Texas, and they offset it. Oh, what a bad break for the Longhorns there. Shit. Let me see the hands in the face call here. Who's it on? They're saying Latau's hands was in 75. Let me see. I gotta see a replay. Yeah, that's hands in the face. I can't argue with that. That's hands in the face. Yeah, that's a good. I mean, it was a hold, but it was also. I mean, it's a great call. 2nd and 9 plays offset. 2nd and 9 again for the Buckeyes here on their 2-yard line. Plays handed off to the running back here, and he's absolutely stuffed here. 3rd down upcoming for the Longhorns. But damn, Texas can't get a break there because that was a safety and a half, man. That was blatant holding in the end zone, so that would have been a safety, but hands in the face, unfortunately on Latau that wipes it off there. Unfortunate play, but I mean that's just how it rolls in football here. Not much else for me to say there. 3rd and 9 here for the Longhorns. Let's see what they got cracking. Third and 9 here for Julian Sane. He's got the running back lined up directly behind him. 5-4 motion of the tight end over. Ball is snapped and handed off here. The running back gets actually about 7 yards. Actually the most effective play on this drive for Ohio State so far. But he is tackled short of the first down line, and Ohio State will punt to Texas. Texas should get good field position here on the punt, depending on the punt. But, man, interesting. Tough break for Texas. Could have had a safety there, but they will end up getting the ball back if the defense holds. Who we talk about? Might see pull it up Bailey on the next time out. Next time I regress to the portal. And Portal ruined the game for us coming out of high school. I was behind 24-year-old at slot. Yeah, that's the game, though. I mean, I was behind a lot older cats at Eastern Washington. I had cats that have been playing. I was behind cats at Eastern Washington that played college football for 7 fucking years. I was in there in 2021. I was with cats that have been playing college football since 2014. Just remember that. I mean, I had no problem with it. I actually thought it was better experience for me in the long run where I was at as a freshman at Eastern, but that's just the nature of the game. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. You're playing against 25-year-olds. And I don't know. I think as we go on, that number, you're not going to see as many 25-year-olds specifically in the game because that was due to the COVID eligibility rule. You get an extra year because of COVID. So you saw a lot of older players in that aspect. But I still, this is just the era of college football. Yeah, this is the last year. Coach Stokes, yeah, it's the last year of the COVID year. Yeah, this is the last year. We might see the age number come down a little bit, but still, I don't think there's getting any with the, you know, if you're on the opinion of getting the pace back on the tube when it comes back to the portal, and I think it's well beyond that. So I think you know that very well, Coach Stokes. But yeah, interesting perspective there. Let's go back to the Tennessee-Syracuse game here. We're calling it the Aflac kickoff game here down at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. Seems as though there's plenty of orange plenty of volunteer fans that head down to Atlanta to take them on. Man, Louis Riddick on the call, as well as his guy ESPN. Man, it's going to be a good quarter here. Syracuse opens up down 17. I always thought this was a 10-point game. Tennessee wins by 10. I don't see them covering 13 and a half, but we'll see how this game plays out.
Second quarter in particular, and defensively, the pass rush has really stepped up right out of the gate, and it ended that way. Well, let's take a look.
Wait for the Texas-Ohio State game to come back on.
Speaking of the pass rush, yeah, here you can get Nathan Robinson with the strip sack, and then you're going to
Players with kids, I don't know how they do it. Yeah, I mean, that's been a thing forever, though. I mean, there's been plenty of players with kids. That's not nothing new. But, yeah, from thinking about how to do playing college football, I don't know how I do that with a kid. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how you do that with a kid, man. That's tough, bro. I had a couple teammates. I had kids at the time, Jacoby and several other players. I'm just thinking all the time I had at Eastern. Yeah, man, I can't imagine. That's a lot of tough. That's tough, and it's a lot of sacrifice that you really got to make as a father of those kids. So that's what I think about. But yeah, for sure. So many ways. So many ways. So many ways. See what's going on across college football here. Scores around college football. Tulane. Sean King's Tulane up 23-3 against Northwestern. Tennessee's up 31-14 against the Orange and Syracuse. Maryland's up 36-7 against FAU. Mississippi State's up 20-10 against Southern Miss and Charles Huff there. But they're certainly, I think, giving Mississippi State a game, more than a game that they probably would have expected. Purdue's up 31-0 against Ball State. Shocking. Pittsburgh's up 41-6 against Duquesne. Kent State's up 14-6 against Merrimack. More of a basketball school there. Kentucky in the SEC is competing against Toledo, Mac school, and it's only 10-2 at halftime. Kentucky's only up 8 points against Toledo, the Mac school, so that's an interesting tidbit. Purdue will end at 38. How much? Joe, isn't it like halftime? What's the score? How much is left in the Purdue game? Fourth quarter. Joe, I will tell you right now, it ain't over till it's over, bro. So I mean, when it comes to gambling, I wouldn't really chalk that up yet, man. They certainly can score 2 more touchdowns here in the fourth quarter based on the pace of that game. And Jelly throws in double covers there. Oh boy. But Ohio State's back on the ball here. Oh boy, what happened? I missed something here. Arch Manning must have thrown a pick. 2nd and 7 for Longhorns. Arch Manning throws to Ryan Wingo on the sideline late and intercepted by Ohio State. I didn't like that from Arch Manning. There you guys go. Arch Manning. All shit talk. There you go. I didn't like that throw, but still a 7-0 ball game. They could absolutely win this fucking game. They're not out of this game by any means. Give me a break. Wow. Tennessee's defense is giving Syracuse all kinds of fucking trouble. And Jelly, within 10 minutes or 10 seconds of the third quarter opening up, has already thrown an interception. Tennessee defense gets a lot of pressure on Angeli. That pass is, let's actually perfect. End zone copy. Let's go. Tennessee actually comes with a corner blitz here out of the slot, and that corner actually tips the ball and is intercepted by a Tennessee defensive lineman. What an unbelievable play by the Tennessee defense there. Good call on the corner, blitzed out of the slot, tips the ball, intercepted by the Tennessee defensive lineman there. Great catch, too. Damn, that was a great play by Tennessee's defense. Unbelievable play there for the Vols. Man, good play. Wow. Yeah, I don't think Tennessee's offense is anything that I wouldn't have expected, but their defense is coming to play. I mean, that's how they blow out Syracuse there. Shoot. Their defense, I knew they'd come to play. I thought their defense is going to be – their defense is going to be better this year than it was last year, so that's a good sign for the Vols. But it's really up to how Aguilar plays, and he's playing pretty decent for the most part of this game, so it's good.
Oh, don't stress. This house, it's the one. Staying at the one. Cater. We need a cater. You have to understand where Now they're coming after us. I wanted to protect you. All your mom's stuff. All my stuff.
Say it. Love you, Bob.
You too.
It's a good thing Discover makes it easy to be a Big Ten fan.
Totally. I get cash back on my rally cap.
Cash back on my favorite glove.
Cash back on my Lucky Shamrock.
Even earn cash back.
Sorry, I'm responding to the prime sexuals on fucking and DMing me on Twitter and bullshitting.
It's time we instate a commissioner. Introducing the commissioner of coverage, the Athletic Duck. Can't help with expenses. Health insurance doesn't cover with. You also advertise at work.
The NFL regular season kicks off on Fox September 7th as the Giants take on reigning offensive rookie of the year Jaden Daniels and the Commanders, or the Niners take on the Seahawks, or other regional action in the NFL. September 7th on Fox. 7-0, Ohio State leads Texas with 3:01 to play in the third.
Well, we got cracking. Ohio State's got the ball back here. Let me go. What up, Zero Flowers? What up? I appreciate you tuning in, my man. Dexter Fuqua, Arch Manning overrated as shit. I don't know if I agree with that, but that wasn't a good play for Arch. Certainly underthrown and late, but I don't know if I agree with that. I think it's a long season. I'm not judging after 3 goddamn quarters. Shit. Keep in mind, Matt Patricia is the coordinator of Ohio State's defense, and they are playing lights out. Really good defense. Really, really good defense. A lot of, great inside backer play at the top of that. Shit. They play really well. Time to let Byron Leftwich cook is what you're talking about. Really? I just think Pat Shermer needs to make some adjustments. I think that on 3rd and 2 and 3rd and 1 on the goal line, that instead of running sprint, you need to run goddamn inside zone, trap, or counter or something running the fucking football where you're giving it to Welch. That's me. If you're asking Colorado standpoint, I'm not the fucking fire Pat Shermer's train. I'm not on that by any means. I've heard conversations between him and Matt McChesney. I know where he's at. I'm not on that, but certainly Colorado's got to lean into the run game, and they're not doing it right now. That's what I'll say right now.
Maybe Max Clare, but one of those guys, because of the double coverage on Smith, they're going to have to win their one-on-one matchup. 3rd down and 4, the 38.
At least a dig going across. What do you mean by that? A dig going across.
First down, yes, for Ohio State, it's Jeremiah Smith.
Ohio State's driving up to the 39-yard line here. First down, Ohio State, catch by Jeremiah Smith. He's actually had a quiet game for the most part here. Not a lot to talk about with Jeremiah Smith, but actually he had 2 early drops that I'm hearing a lot more people talk about. But, yeah, other than that, not much to talk about with them.
How easy is that for Julian Sand? Big, wide open passing window, and you're throwing the best receiver.
You thought it was going to be low scoring, 7-0. Yeah, I didn't think it would be this low scoring. Shit, I thought they would for sure get over 46.5 or whatever the line opened at in this game after being bet down, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe. I'm definitely wrong. Shit. Saying on 1st and 10, throws the running back out of the backfield here. Gets about 9 yards. Draylon Miller on a 10 to 15-yard dig route could have helped late game. Sure. I think running the ball would have helped them cumulatively or overall in the game, bro. I hear you, but you're talking about the end of the game. Coach Prime's going to call a fucking timeout and be assertive as the head coach instead of fucking clamming up and not doing anything, claiming his players ran out of bounds while they didn't. that's the issue I got with the end of game scenario. You can't burn 40 seconds in 2 plays when you got 2 timeouts and there's only 1:07 left. You can't have that, especially if you want to drive down and win. Yeah, Arch certainly got some development to do, but goddamn, it's like similar to Salter. Like, he's playing against probably the best defense he'll face the whole year in Ohio State. So take that for what you will. But end of the third quarter in Columbus, Ohio State's up 7-0 against the Texas Longhorns and Arch Manning. We got third and goal for the Tennessee Volunteers, and Joey Aguilar, who drops back, has the running back actually throws to the end zone here to the running back, and it's actually caught for a touchdown. Touchdown Tennessee Volunteers. Joey Aguilar throws to the running back out of the backfield, ends up keeping the play alive with his feet, finds the running back in the end zone for a touchdown there. What a great play by the Tennessee Volunteers, who are up 37-14, presumably 38-14 against Fran Brown and the Syracuse Orange. What a great play by the Volunteers.
At 10 p.m., we keep the news coming, so you can be prepared for tomorrow. Stay with Fox 5, and you'll stay ahead.
I don't know what this even means. Deion doesn't call the offense or the defense. So sure, I mean he's gonna let his coaches do either way. But Deion, as the head coach, has to call a fucking timeout. Pat Shermer is not the one who calls the timeout. It's Deion who's the head coach who's got to say, I managed my football team and I managed the game. I call a timeout. That's on Deion. Like, it's not on Pat Shermer to call a fucking timeout. I don't agree with that at all. So we got to stop bailing out Prime, and we got to be real with Prime when that goes down, because what I don't like is that happens, and it's pretty blatant, and Coach Prime comes out and says, doesn't take accountability and says that our players got out of bounds. I didn't feel any. Can't burn 40 seconds in 2 plays. I don't really agree with that. So take that for what you will. I'll discuss it with Matt McChesney. Maybe I have a different opinion then, but I don't really see me changing my opinion on that. And I think me and him are pretty much on the same page based on my conversations with him last night. So all I got to say there.
I was in a car accident. Memories gone. Before Fox's critically acclaimed hit, Doc returns. You can watch season 1 anytime. And this fall, don't miss the thrill.
That's true. Yeah, exactly. Well, and Pat's not even on the field. Pat's up in the booth this year. I don't even think Pat was down there last night. I saw him up in the booth. So Pat ain't gonna be the one calling the timeout. What? Coach Livingston gonna call a timeout? Like, it doesn't make sense where that logic's coming from. No, he doesn't take play calling over. Deion's not an OC. He's never gonna take play calling over. He's not gonna call an offense. That's where you guys are delusional. Deion brought in Pat Shermer for this exact reason. It's the same reason as Sean Lewis there the year before. Like, Deion's not calling fucking plays. Let's be fucking real here. Joe Cord, appreciate you tuning in, man. Do your thing, and I'll see you on Monday here on Coach JB's show, 0 to 60, and my show. I appreciate you tuning in, bro. And I appreciate all the support, bro. All that you do for this channel, supporting. I can't thank you enough, my man. Have a great Saturday, and enjoy Oklahoma whooping some ass this afternoon against Illinois State.
I always want it to be a mom. You don't have to fight really hard. Nothing is ever over, and you're never out of the game.
No, I think I hear you. I just don't necessarily agree with you. I don't think Prime is ever going to call a play, but I think Prime has definitely got to take over as a head coach and call a timeout and be assertive. I think he kind of sat back and watched, and I'm like, I reacted to it. Go watch my live reaction to it live. I was like horrified. I was like, are we fucking serious? We're going to run a swing to Welch, by the way, not to Kalen Taylor, Welch. Welch is tackling the fucking backfield. Then we're going to run a curl to Hakeem, tackled inbounds, no timeouts either play. 40 seconds burned. By the time Salter snaps it, there's 25 seconds left. You start out with a $1.07. And then he just runs out of bounds with 18 seconds left, and that's when the clock stops. So you've lost how much time? I don't know. I mean, I can go on and on. I can't wait to discuss with Matt McChesney. God damn. I will say this. Colorado had ample opportunity to win that game. Ample. I mean, it goes back to what Matt and I are saying. If Colorado runs the ball, they win the game. They didn't lean into the run game after the first drive, and it hurt them. and then they leaned into it in the second half at times. But really, when it came down to crunch time, they didn't lean into it. When it came down to 3rd and 2, 3rd and 1 on the goal line, 3rd and 2 in Tech territory, they ran sprint out twice, both the same fucking play. So I just little question mark there, but I'll reserve rest of my comment for Matt McChesney. Yes, zero flat. Yes, play call on Pat, clock manage on Prime. Yeah, if we were talking about the end of the game there, yeah, because Prime ain't calling the plays, so I mean it's on Pat.
Pretty shocked that that's our first, what I would call kind of like first game style penalty that we've had.
You need Texas to win. You need UCLA. Hey, you tailed me on that UCLA pick. Let's go. I'm with Nico. I am Aleava here. I think they can absolutely take out Utah. I don't get what all the hype is with Utah. I think UCLA really is going to have a good season. And Deshaun Foster, the coach down there, second season. Yeah, I'm rolling with UCLA too. I'm definitely rocking with you. That game doesn't even kick off till 11 p.m. Eastern time, so that's going to be a late game for sure. But what are my thoughts? I think Nico should have never left California. I think he's a Long Beach kid who probably should have never left the state. I think there's a reason he's right back there. I think now with him, I think it's a little late. I mean, he's getting into that system late, the offensive system. God, I can't remember the goddamn OC. His dad, it's the son of a legendary coach. Can't remember UCLA's OC off the top of my head. I think it's not. God, I can't remember the last name. But they got. It's a short time to develop in that system over at UCLA, but I think there's a lot of potential there. They're at 2nd and 7 for Ohio State. Julian Sand throws deep. It is caught for a touchdown by Tate. Carnell Tate in Ohio State, touchdown Buckeyes there. Damn. What a play by Julian Sand in Ohio State there. What a catch by Carnell Tate. Yeah. Quinn, that was a great play there. Had the corner beat. I mean, he was beat all day. Damn, he bobbled it and still caught it. What a play. Wow, what an unbelievable play by Carnell Tate there. Touchdown Ohio State. Unbelievable play there by the receiver. Man, great play. Wow, how we feeling, chat? Ohio State's up 14-0 here against Texas. How we feeling? Here? Texas bettors, how you feeling? Because, I don't know, I'd be a little nervous. I would bet on Texas here. They can't even get on the board here in the fourth quarter. Wow. If you want to bet on FanDuel right now, the over-under is at 21.5 for the game. My goodness. I would bet the over. I think Texas would probably get back into the game, but we'll see. Going around college football, Purdue's up 31-0 against Ball State. Mississippi State's up 27-10 against Charles Huff and Southern Miss. Pittsburgh's up 48-6 against Duquesne. Pittsburgh battle there. Or Pennsylvania battle there. Navy's up 38-7 against Virginia Military Institute. Kent State's up 14-6 against Merrimack, and Kentucky is up 10-2 against Toledo in the third quarter. Interesting.
It matters where you stay. Hilton for the stay.
How do I feel about NFL first week here? I mean, I can kind of dive into it. I can dive kind of into my brief thoughts on the slate. Cowboys host the Eagles. I think the Eagles could really give them some problems, but I also think the Cowboys on offense are going to be just fine. I have no doubt about it. I also don't think we're going to see as much of a drop-off in losing Micah Parsons as you may seem. I think them getting Kenny Clark is a good pickup for them. If you want me to look Cowboys-Eagles, Cowboys 7.5. I mean, it's the NFL, so 7.5 is a lot of points. Anything above 7 you'd probably like with the Cowboys. Chiefs Queendom heads to LA to take on the Chargers. Chargers are 3-point underdogs at home. I think that could be a really big statement win if they could come out at home and get a win against the Chiefs Queendom. It all depends on their run game. Marion Hampton, I'm excited to see for the Chargers there. Chargers lost Rashawn Slater, their star star left tackle. He played both ways. He was a right tackle in college coming out of Northwestern, but they lost him to a torn patella. They take the Notre Dame product, Joe Alt, and move him to left tackle. So I'm excited to see how their offensive line looks. If the Chargers can establish the run game, that'll absolutely be a back and forth game there, certainly. Yeah, NFL, that's why I think Chargers certainly can win that game. 3-point dogs at home, but I don't know if they're at home. I'm seeing chats. Are they in Brazil? Fuck, I didn't even know if they're in Brazil, that would make sense. They go into Saturday, though. Commanders host the Giants. I've already talked about this game. I'm actually a believer in the Giants and Russell Wilson. I'm actually really excited to see them. I think that defensive line in New York is fucking legit. And against a offensive line like the Commanders, who are improving, but they're not anything special. I'm really excited to see how that Giants defense line gets after Jaden Daniels and the Commanders. I would certainly lean Giants plus 6.5 against the Commanders on that one. Maybe I'll spread it to 7, but yeah, I would certainly lean that. Other games, Jets, Steelers. Jets are 3-point dogs at home in MetLife against the Steelers and Aaron Rodgers. It's so ironic they play in week 1, but give me the Steelers -3 all day against the Jets. I think the Steelers are loaded defensively. I'm not even going to talk about the offense. I think the offense will be just fine with Aaron Rodgers, but defensively, I think that defense is tough. I think that pass rush is going to really cause Justin Fields havoc. And give me the Pittsburgh to cover 3 in that game. Some other picks I'll probably like from this week 1 here. I haven't really broken this slate down too much, but I will say Cam Ward and the Titans here out here in the state of Tennessee head to Mile High to take on Bo Nix and the Broncos up in Denver. Broncos are 7.5-point favorites. One of my favorite bets are Tennessee plus 7.5 against the Broncos. I think in year 2 for Bo Nix, I think defensive coordinators and defenses are going to really work to scheme Bo Nix, and you could see a drop in his play personally. I think it's one of the quarterbacks that you could see this quote-unquote sophomore slump. I don't know. Colorado fans or Bronco fans might not like that. That's just how I feel. I also might have an upset pick here. I think the Seahawks take out the Niners in week 1 at home in Lumen Field here. I almost said CenturyLink, Quest Field, whatever the fuck they call it, up in Seattle. But I think Seattle takes out the Niners at home at CenturyLink Field up in Seattle. That's another upset pick I got. But I'll dive more into week 1 in depth next week here. We'll have NFL and college football preview here on Bailey Price Media Live. We'll Alcorn State coach Leroy Frederick and Super Bowl champion Sean King on the show to discuss that. Those are some picks for week 0. Zero Flower, shout out to you for tuning in. Best team out of the 4 here: Vikings, Jets, Browns, and Niners. Ooh, best team out of the 4? Fuck, I might have to say the goddamn. Hold on. Sorry, I had to respond to that. Out of 4, I'd say the Vikings. I think the Vikings overall are by far the best team. I think the 49ers have lost a lot defensively. I think the losses of Drake Greenlaw and Hufanga leaving their defense is going to be key impact that I haven't really heard a lot of people talking about. I think they have a lot of issues at receiving core, whether that's injuries or guys that want new contracts, etc. I think there's a lot of new guys that were receiver. It's interesting to see what Christian McCaffrey looks like coming off of Achilles tendonitis. I'm actually a believer in J.J. McCarthy and the Vikings, and I think they can win 10 games. I look at J.J. McCarthy actually in a similar situation as Brock Purdy, meaning he can be more of a game manager, kind of just manage that game. Got a good solid run game, got a great offensive line. On top of it, they brought in 2 pieces to the offensive line to make them even better. And that defense is obviously solid. Got Jonathan Allen to help that defensive line and stuff like that. So you're asking me about the best 4? I'd say the Vikings by far. Nice throw by Arch Manning to the sideline there. Hits his receiver. I think that's Mosley, the Stanford transfer there. He's a former teammate of Levi Rogers, been on the show last year. But 1st and 10 for Texas in Ohio State territory. Play action for Arch Manning here. He throws deep over the middle. Intercepted by Ohio State. I can't tell. Is that caught? Intercepted. Yeah, it's intercepted by Ohio State. Wow. That just seemed rushed. Styles with the pick. Again, I've talked about the inside backer core. Yeah, Arch Manning just threw that. That was late. Oh, I don't know if he caught that, though. Did he catch that?
I'm sure they'll take a look at this one. As of right now,
I don't know if he caught that. I don't think he caught that. Oh, I don't know. I see that. I don't think he caught that, but I don't like that throw from Arch Manning either. We're going to take a brief break here. I got to make a phone call here, and on the other side, we'll come back and really react to that play and whether that was an interception or not from Arch Manning. I 100% think by far the player dropped it there. Styles dropped it, but we'll see here. I'll see you guys in about a minute for your reaction, and we'll find out whether that was a pick or not. See you in a minute, folks. Oklahoma signs Cal transfer running back Jaden Ott. I think a huge signing in the transfer portal. Ott joins that running back room at OU with the Littleton, Colorado product, Gavin Sawchuk. You guys got, what's his name, Taylor Tatum, Javante Barnes, and several others well in that running back room. Discuss the impact of this signing, Rodney. What are your thoughts on this signing? I think a huge addition for Ben Arbuckle, Venables, and the OU offense here. Go ahead.
Yeah, man, it was a stacked running back room already. I think it's been a little bit tough to see what the room, what their potential actually is, just because we've been struggling to try to find our offensive identity. And it's tough for a running back to really settle in, especially when you got a group of them that are so talented. And Gavin Sawchuk, Javante Barnes, Taylor Tatum's been getting some burn. You know, he's a dual sport athlete playing baseball for us right now.
Yep.
And Xavier Robinson, too, late in the season really started to kind of prove his worth. I think he's going to be a big contributor. But I think with Jaden coming into the mix, one of my good friends, Caleb Kelly, he always says iron sharpens iron. And I feel like adding him with DeMarco Murray as their coach is only going to produce good things. I love Jaden Ott's style of running. He's a very decisive guy. He's downhill. He makes very, there's no guessing with him. There's no stutter. He knows what he wants to do. He's a home run hitter, and so he's always going to be looking for that touchdown. And he's what word am I looking for? He's dynamic too. I've seen him return kicks and be out wide. He'll get in the slot a little bit. So I'm really, really excited to see how Coach Arbuckle uses him.
Absolutely. And going to, where Ott ended up leaving, Cal has seen what we call a mass exodus, so to speak, of their running back room. 5 running backs entering the portal here within 48 hours. Rodney, before we go focus on OU a little bit, what are your thoughts on the transfer portal as a whole and kind of the structure and the way college football has changed since you were playing it now? What are your thoughts on that?
It's crazy. I have a love-hate relationship with the transfer portal. I understand it. I get it. There are guys in situations that, they go to a school to just try to prove their worth and want to jump to a better situation, or maybe they're getting buried underneath political reasons and they want to jump to another school. Like the list goes on and on as far as why anyone would hit the transfer portal. But I do believe that it's also being taken advantage of with NIL and all this other stuff that you can throw into the mix. I work in NIL right now for the Sooners with Sooner Sports Properties. And so we see it all the time. I'm very glad that we've been able to take advantage of it in a good way, I think. With Jim Nagy on the staff now, I think he's really, taking control. He knows what he's looking for. He's, been proven to, with the Senior Bowl, being director of the Senior Bowl, and then all of his NFL experience, he knows what kind of athletes he wants, what kind the Sooners want. And so Jaden Ott was a great grab for us. Transfer portal worked out in our favor in this case.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And focusing on Ott a little bit, I wanted to ask you about him and his potential in Arbuckle's system here. Arbuckle every year, I believe, since he's been an OC, has had a back at least get 100 yards receiving. I know it's not a lot, but still. What do you expect about Ott's potential in Ben Arbuckle's system here for OU? And then you got Mateer reunited with Arbuckle as QB1. Go ahead.
I'm really excited for Coach Arbuckle. What stands out to me in all of his offenses and what I've seen thus far is that he's very good at getting the ball in playmakers' hands, meaning like he schemes up certain plays, certain systems, certain formations for players. And that is a testament to the Anywhere, that helps the quarterback out a lot. That was pretty much my bread and butter, like my secret bread and butter with Baker Mayfield.
Right.
A lot of my receiving yards and touchdowns came from check down routes. I just kind of be out in no man's land, just hanging out. Baker goes through his progression, nothing's there, dumps it off to a reliable set of hands that can make plays in open space. And so that's the relationship that I'm really excited for. I know that there's going to be some schemes for these backs. But I also know that these backs are going to help John stay protected and then also bail him out in certain instances.
Absolutely. And I wanted to talk about Ott's coach a little bit. DeMarco Murray, can you discuss kind of his impact on the OU run game, OU's running back room here? Back in the building, pound that like button here. Arch Manning in Texas, that ended up being an incomplete pass, not an interception. Now Texas drives to the goal line here. Apologies for the delay getting back on, but 4th and 3 here for the Longhorns here. A massive play here. Massive play. This is probably the game right here. I ain't going to lie. Massive play here for the Longhorns, too. They got cracking. Whoa, let's see. Arch, what you made of, bro? This is what you need right here. Let's see what they got cracking. 4th and 3 for the Longhorns here. Let's see what they got cracking here. Already some pre-snap timeout by the Longhorns. Man, shit. Massive play here for the Longhorns. Massive play here. Cannot undervalue that enough. Massive play here for the Longhorns. I'm kind of dialing up a bet here for this afternoon here. Marshall and Georgia. I like Georgia. I like Alabama. And I'm looking at who else I like for this 3:30 p.m. Eastern slot here. But man, this is a massive game here. Let's see how this plays out here.
You looked at the film over the course of last year where Texas had the most success against Ohio
So many ways. 4th and 3 here. Man, Matt Patricia's got the pencil on, even though they got a laminated and goddamn playbook. Fuck it. He ain't writing shit, but he got the pencil ready to go. Fuck it. Here we go. 4th down for Arch Manning in Texas here. Let's say they got cracking here. Because this might be the end of the game if they don't get this here. Fuck.
Texas 1 for 3 on 4th down conversions today.
Here we go. 4th and 3. He's got Wisner out left here. Arch Manning comes up, adjusts protection. Looks like Ohio State's coming with some pressure here. Styles comes off the edge here. Arch Manning drops back, throws in the corner of the end zone here. It is dropped incomplete. No flags. Intending to Livingstone. Livingstone here, the young slot receiver they have. Incomplete. Ohio State will take over with the ball. Wow. If Ohio State comes out and shuts out of Texas, man, you guys can talk all this shit about Arch Manning you want. I guarantee social media is going to talk all this fucking shit about Arch Manning. That is Matt Patricia, bro, and you guys hear it. That is Matt fucking Patricia. It is. I mean, at the end of the day, it's Matt fucking Patricia dialing up schematics on that defense. That inside backer play with Styles and goddamn Reese. The inside backers they're playing unfucking believable football right now. So that is a great play by Ohio State's defense. Ohio State takes over and seemingly in position to win this football game here. Unbelievable. I would not predict that at all. So many ways. Man, I just can't believe that. That's great defense by Matt Patricia and the goddamn Buckeyes. There's not much else for me to say than that, man. Shoot. Going to this Tennessee Volunteers game. See, they got cracking.
And that kind of an odd rules question here. I guess the towel, even if it kind of flops out away from the body, still part of the uniform and would count?
Yes, just like a loose jersey would.
So if it brushes up against the towel, even if the towel's kind of coming off of your backside, and that would really be a terrible break for Syracuse, but it may turn into a giveaway, as unintentional as it might be, and Tennessee might end up with the ball in plus territory here. But you have to be able to see for sure that it makes.
See what Ohio State comes out in, but if they do anything around the football, it might be trouble ahead. That's all I gotta say.
So again, they're saying not clear and obvious, but they stick with the call on the field.
Exactly. It looks like it may have. I thought it may have, looking at some of the replays as well, but it's not clear and obvious.
So Syracuse maintains possession at their own 18 or other 17-yard line. Still down by 3 scores. And a lot of time left on the clock. Still 6.5 minutes to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, there's a lot of work still for Syracuse to do here. There's a lot they can find out about their football team. Tennessee rolling some guys in there on the defensive side. You see most of their front line starting to back out on the field. Big Area Carter back in the game along with T-Lander.
James.
Wow. Yeah, Tennessee defense coming to play, dude. Tennessee defense coming to play. There's not much for me to say on that aspect. Ohio State here comes out pounding the rock here. 2nd and 5. See, they got cracking.
Jordan Ross, Tim Caleb, Herring, Joshua Josephs all play that position that James Pierce Jr. played last year. And there you see the athleticism that the guys who play that
Handoff for Ohio State. The running back gets a first down. Clock's ticking. 7 minutes and counting. About to get under 7 minutes here. Man.
All the way back to 2021 under Tim Banks. That makes 403 tackles for loss. Number 1 in the SEC. Long throw to the sideline and a diving catch is made by Darrell Gill Jr. And I believe that is his first catch of the day and gets about half of what Syracuse needs. 3rd down and 8.
Good pass protection for Syracuse. Nice secure pocket for Angelic to survey the full field. And now he's got still 3rd and long. This is where Tim Banks is going to bring pressure. He's going to bring simulated pressure. He's going to bring coverage. He's mixed it up well. This is where defensive coordinators make their marks and certain quarterbacks.
So many ways. So many ways.
6 up on the line.
And they're running in the house. Angelic, one-on-one down the sideline, incomplete.
Damn.
He threw it behind Justice Ross Simmons. There was a chance for Todd Redmond to possibly pick that one off.
Everybody's ragging Arch Manning right now on Twitter. I don't get it, bro. Man, it's just, that's the fan overreaction, but you know. Texas ain't out of this game now. If they can get a stop here, go score quick, they're absolutely in this game here. Ohio State's way backed up too. So I will say.
Stonehouse gets away a beautiful spiraling kick. DeJuan Morris, the true freshman, made a fair catch signal and pulls it in back at the Tennessee 23-yard line. Let's take a look at this week's college football rankings brought to you by Verbo. And it's a 14-0 lead now for Ohio State over Texas. Hard to believe that Texas offense can be shut out by anyone, but the Buckeyes doing exactly that. A goal line stand, obviously, has a lot to do with it. And the rest of the top 10 still to come, including several big games on our air. Ty Simpson, Alabama, making his first career start, taking on Florida State. At Dope, that's at 3:30 Eastern here on ABC. As soon as we're done in Atlanta, we'll head to Tallahassee. And then, of course, later on tonight, get a chance to watch Clemson LSU. Play action, Aguilar to the sideline, timed up with Brazel. First down.
It's a nice route by Chris Brazel. Putting on the brakes. Working back to the quarterback, ball delivered on time.
Peyton Lewis, 8 yards right up the middle.
Are you fucking stupid? Do you act like you think Ohio State's defense is playing shitty? Like, give me a fucking break here. You guys act like Ohio State's playing, or do you act like Arch Manning's playing against goddamn Mercer? You go watch another show. Go watch Many Times, you fuck. What are you talking about, dude? Coming at me and shit. You don't like my breakdown, watch somebody else, dude. I don't give a fuck. It's on you, not on me. People are going to watch either way. Oh, man. See if Texas can get off the field here. 3rd and 15 for Ohio State here. They ended up handing it off to the back here. The back gets about 4 yards and is tackled. Texas is going to get the ball back here with about 3:30 left. It's going to see how they respond.
It is a Tennessee penalty to make it 2nd and 7.
We noted at the top they had to make some adjustments on the offensive line with the injury of David Sanders Jr. The fabulous.
Bro, then you're not going to be in this chat. Get fucked, pussy. What are you talking about? I don't even give a fuck. Where's your fucking show, homie? I miss me of that. I want to hear that dumb shit. Fucking nobody fuck. Let's see what Tennessee's got. Tennessee's on offense got Aguilar QB up 18 points against the Cuse in Atlanta down at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Overreaction I'm hearing from Volunteer fans. They're much happier with Aguilar than Nico, and I'm like, I hope you guys hold that sentiment the whole season. Is what I'll say. Fuck. Something tells me they get against the SEC competition and he's going to struggle. So I don't know. Yeah, Salter 100% last night was feeling a ton of pressure. I mean you feel a ton of pressure when you're playing anyway. But when you're in a new stadium, new team, new offense, new everything, yeah, there's certainly a lot of nerves that come with it. And I actually thought he handled it pretty well for the most part. I thought he managed the game well. Some overthrows, sure. But I actually thought for the most part he managed the game well. He can't control the play calling. I thought if they ran the ball more, would have opened up some more stuff in the pass game. He'll take pressure off Salter. But overall, I actually was pleasantly surprised with Salter's performance.
So while Barry Buxton is tended to on the sideline for Syracuse, how about we take a closer look at the day that Joey Aguilar has had in his first Tennessee start?
Picked up on the 4th down. The secondary has been excellent, led by number 2, Caleb Downs. Haven't called his name a lot, because I think that's
1st and 10 for the Longhorns here at their 40-yard line here. Let's see if they go down and score and make this a game. Arch Manning drops back, throws over the middle, has a wide open receiver, but there's a whistle. Ohio State gets a timeout in. All right, okay. Man, let's see it. I'm curious, chat. Do you think Texas can still win this game here? If you want to go bet them, they can certainly still bet Texas money line here. You can actually get pretty good odds, plus 6,500 right now, actually, with them where they're at right now. But I don't know if I would do that, but we'll see.
Safety, these guys played a lot of football. Can the defensive coordinator call the timeout? Is that allowed by the coach? Yeah. And I think that they only had 10 on the field. Because they had nobody over that slot receiver who ended up getting the football wide open. if you're a defensive coordinator and you're like, whoa, there's a huge hole in our defense, and they very quickly got a timeout. And that pushes a rival.
Here we go. 1st and 10 for the Longhorns here. See if they can get on the board.
Jim Knowles left after winning the national championship and went to Ohio State's rival.
Arch Manning drops back, throws over the middle, has a receiver, is caught, takes a tough hit by the safety. It's caught by Wingo. Great play there. Good play, yeah. How much the announcers are saying it best. Good play over the middle there. Arch Manning drops back again on Ohio State 32-yard line. Goes out to Wisner, caught, gets about 4 up to the Ohio State 27-yard line there. Man, let's see.
Quick score here. Got to work quickly, obviously, but still plenty of time. 2nd and 5 to the 27.
Arch Manning throws over the middle and complete, intended to Wisner. Yeah, that was the best art. True, Jonathan. True. Yeah, now will be the time to bet. You get Texas. You got them plus 6,500, probably plus 4,500 now. They score, they're gonna be plus like fucking 500. 3rd and 5 here for the Longhorns. Got Wisner in the backfield there. Motion the tight end Jack Endries in the backfield. False start here. The right tackle jumped. Yeah. False start on the right tackle. Yeah. What it is.
Crowd has been electric. They've been on their feet. It has been loud. Here, the right tackle, 73, Brandon Baker. There's that rock back in his stance. And they'll back up 5 yards. 3rd down and 10 at the 32.
3rd and 10 for the Longhorns here. Let's see what they got cracking here. 3:35 left on the clock. Texas has 2 timeouts. Arch Manning drops back. Has Wisner blocking back there in the backfield. Or Baxter Jr., I believe. Arch Manning throws deep. It is caught. Touchdown by the fucking, wow, Parker Livingstone. The backup wide receiver is playing in the place of the Stanford transfer, Emmanuel Mosley. Catches a touchdown from Arch Manning on the right sideline there for Texas. What an unbelievable throw there on the wheel route there. What an unbelievable catch by Livingstone there. Good play there. Tough coverage there by Ohio State, but unbelievable throw, unbelievable catch. Great play for Texas to get them back in this game. Touchdown Longhorns. Wow. Shit. Texas ain't done yet. They ain't done yet by any means. Shoot. They ain't out of this game. Plus 1,400 now. A lot changes with that touchdown. I told you. Plus 1,400 now. Shoot.
Trying to make this a 7-point game. Longhorns with 2 timeouts left. Ohio State with 1. This is not a guy that during the summer,
Wow. Great play, Texas. You needed that badly.
We take another look. They're trying to confirm this.
Oh, man. He might have bobbled it. Did he catch it? His hand is under the ball the whole time. That has to be a catch. That's that's a touchdown. His hand was under the ball, so they can't. Yeah, but I get him. He never loses. He has it, though. That's a touchdown. His hand is under the ball. Is that a touchdown, chat? I think it's a touchdown. I think his hand's under the ball. He controls it. I mean, that's going to be tough to overturn, especially with that angle right there where his hand's under the ball. His elbow hits the balls above it. That's got to be a touchdown. I really think he's got the hand under the ball, elbow hits. I think it's a touchdown. Let's say this angle. I can't see shit from that angle. Yeah, that's a touchdown. His hand's down. His hand's under the ball, though. That's what no one's saying. His hand's under the fucking ball, though. You're acting like the ball directly touched the ground.
Tell you, Mike, what's interesting is that first hand he's got control with is his right hand, but as he rolls over, the hand comes off the.
Yeah, but I think it's but I don't think the ball touches though. I think his hand's under it the whole time.
It's gonna be
really close. Yeah, fuck, it's gonna be really fucking close. I think that's a touchdown. That is really fucking close though. Let's see. Nah, I don't think so. Because I think his hand's under the fucking ball, and I don't think they're going to be able to overturn that. I don't think so. I think that his hand's under the ball, they have to call it a touchdown. If he didn't have the hand there, no way. That has to be a touchdown. I'd be shocked if they overturn that.
It's a catch.
Well, that's YouTube for you, dog. Can't be streaming games on YouTube, bro. That's why we fuck. I'd have the game here cracking right now. Shoot, I would have the game here cracking right now too if I could. Shoot, but that's what it is. I think it's a touchdown here. I think it stands. Great catch by Livingstone. Great throw by Arch Manning. We'll see. See if they got it.
And just a giant play because they needed that fast score in a 2-possession game. Here he comes.
See what the call is. Upheld, yeah, I figured. Touchdown. You can't overturn it with his hand on the ball. You can't. You can't. And there's no other angle that like fucking shows shit. So yeah, I think that's the right call there. Good call, refs. Good touchdown, Longhorns. Man, great play there. Not much else for me to say.
Right down that right side, he's able to find Parker Livingstone.
Mason Shipley comes in to attempt the extra point. And he got it.
14-7. Texas, Ohio State here. Man, Texas has made this a game here. Chat, let me know how you're feeling. Do you think Texas can close this out here? Do you think Ohio State's got it in the bag? I'd love to hear how you guys feel here. We'll be back in 1 minute here. We're going to refill my drink, get another shot here, and we're going to get after here on Bailey Price Media Live. I'll see you in a minute, folks. Peace. Back in the building, pound the like button here. Texas is kicking off to Ohio State here. Ohio State will have the ball here with about 3 minutes and 28 seconds left here. Answer some questions in the chat. Jonathan Kidd, yeah, Ohio State needs there's a 2-minute warning in college now, but they need about, let's say, 3 first downs to end the game. I would say 3. 3 is a solid number. 2 for pushing it. But I will say, yeah, Dapo Fresh or whatever. Yeah, the channel I streamed, yeah, I'm sure they get to 80K or whatever, but they don't make no money off it. Shoot, I don't work for free, so I ain't going to stream it, but I respect that they do, but I ain't going to do it. If we were on Patreon here, we might be fucking start a Patreon here. We can go on that, or Twitch maybe, but I ain't going to do that. Fuck it. But 1st and 10 here for the Buckeyes. Let's see if they can get a first down, couple first downs to end the game. But if they don't, man, Texas is going to come down rolling. I know that. A lot of pressure here on the kid Julian Sane here in this drive, I think. They're going to come out and lean the run game here. Ohio State center's face mask. He got the fucking Rydell's speed flex with the bar. I like his helmet there. That's a classic look, but I fuck with it. I don't know if anybody caught that. I like helmets and face masks. I like that face mask there from the Ohio State center. Got the little bar down the middle of the classic bar there. But I'm with it. Clock's ticking here, down to 3 minutes. Ohio State gets a run, goes nowhere, 2nd and 10.
Sane needs to hold his guys at the line of scrimmage here.
Clock's ticking. No timeouts from Texas yet. Empty for Julian Sand. Julian Sand drops back, feels some pressure here from Colin Simmons, misses him. Throws incomplete, 3rd and 10 upcoming for Ohio State, and the clock stops. That's a big key there. 2:39. Man, Texas could get the ball back before the 2-minute warning potentially if they play defense right here. Shoot, that's huge. That's a huge stipulation there. The clock stops. That's an interesting note to see how that affects it there. But.
And again, it's tough. There's a million things going through that young quarterback's mind right there, but not throwing an incompletion is one of them, and just running up and trying to dive, even if you don't get any yards. Now Arch Manning's going to have plenty of time if they're able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
Big one.
Third down and 10 at the 25.
Third and 10 for Julian saying he's got a running back protecting him in the backfield. He drops back, throws over the middle, is caught and tackled short behind the line of scrimmage, about 4 yards short of the line of game. Great tackle by Texas there. Texas will get it. Actually, the wide receiver goes out of bounds, too. So the clock will stop again here. Texas will get it before the 2 fucking minute warning here. Actually, no, they call it timeout. My bad here. I thought he went out of bounds, but they didn't call him out of bounds. Texas doesn't call timeout. But 2:33 left, 4th and 5 for Ohio State. Texas will get the ball, I would say, around the 30-yard line here. Ample opportunity for Texas to go win this football game here, to go down and score, potentially go for 2 here. I think they end the fucking game here, go for 2 and say, get out of Columbus here on the right note here. But what an unbelievable tackle at open space, ankle tackle there by by Texas there. Man. I don't know how you don't go for 2. If they go score, fuck it. Put them out. I think you might have like 30 seconds left. You score. You have to. Ohio State only has 1 timeout to stop the clock, too. Man, it's going to be interesting.
Ohio State, back deep, Ryan Niblett. McGuire punting from the 15. Niblett at the 34. Line drive kick. Lost it in the sun, out of bounds.
Punt will be at around the 15-yard line for Texas here. Good punt by Ohio State's punter there. See how Texas responds. Texas will get the ball with 2:26 left, 1 timeout, down 7. See how they respond against Ohio State here. Seriously, though, I'm not bullshitting. If they go for 2, if they score, depending on the time, they should go for 2 and put this fucking game out. Seriously. That would be a ballsy-ass call by Sark, but with Arch Manning's feet and the way he can run the football and his athleticism, yeah, they should. Fuck it. I'm with it. I would support a call like that if I were a player.
There's Dan Cooper, our colleague at Fox Sports, watching his son. First down and 10 at the 15.
Motion for Texas. Arch Manning steps back, throws to Wingo on the sideline there, overthrown, 2nd and 10.
But Manning had pressure. He had him open. Pocket was collapsing a little bit, but that
Certainly had him open, that's true.
slightly over Wingo's head. And this pass rush, although it was close.
Now it gets interesting. 2:21 left for Texas, 2nd and 10 here. Texas down 7 here. Texas is still at the 15-yard line here. Arch Manning's got Wingo to the right of him in the backfield here. Got Jack Endries in the slot. Got Ryan Wingo at the top. Got Wisner at the backfield. Excuse me, not Wingo. Arch Manning throws up the sideline. Caught by the tight end transfer from Cal, Jack Endries. What an unbelievable throw by Arch Manning up the sideline there. They get about 23 yards at least. What an unbelievable fucking play here. Before the 2-minute warning, clock's ticking. Or see if they get a playoff for a 2-minute warning here or not. But Arch Manning really fucking gets that football in between the safety and the corner on the sideline there. What an unbelievable throw by Arch Manning on the sideline there. Great throw. Wow. Good play. 2-minute warning here in Columbus. Wow. We rolling. See if Texas can close this game out or if Ohio State holds, but what an unbelievable throw by Arch Manning on the sideline there. So the Cal tight end transfer, Jack Endries, top-rated transfer portal tight end. Texas lands him and making some plays there in Texas versus Ohio State. What an unbelievable play there. Man, shit. I don't even know what to say. That was a great throw. See if Texas can close this out here. I think Texas certainly got the momentum here. Let's see if they go down and close it out here. We're at commercial break here in both Syracuse and Tennessee and Ohio State, Texas.
For all of the above, back to school.
Deal with idiot fucking idiots in my DMs talking shit. Seriously, what the fuck you idiots talking about? Everybody's a football expert. And you guys, people talking to me literally never played the fucking game one snap, even Pee-wee. Fuck me. Ball State winner at all? Shit, Jay Vlogs, you should put some money on that. Shout out to you for tuning in, my man. Oh, man.
7 of the most legendary subs, packed with protein and fresh chopped veggies. All Marshawn's favorites.
Marshawn Lynch got a Subway commercial and shit. I like Marshawn's podcast with Michael Robinson here. I think they do a hell of a job on that podcast, man. See if we can get one of them as a guest one day. But, man, they do a hell of a job on that podcast. They recently had Doug Baldwin on the show. Doug Baldwin revealed some interesting things about Coach Prime, actually, that I'm going to discuss here on Monday on my show with Coach Fred. But Smitty's the missing piece. Yeah, I think Smitty could have helped Ball State in their 31-0 loss to Barry Odom or Purdue today. I think Smitty and that defensive line would certainly have helped. Smitty was certainly effective coming out of that 3 technique position. So, yeah. But shout out to my boy Smitty, man. I love you, Smitty. You're my guy. But, man, they're giving you shit about Ball State in the chat. All right, 2 minutes left here for Texas. Let's see, they got cracking here. Syracuse is driving on Tennessee though, with about 12 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Let's see how that plays out.
They're starting to find their way in this passing game, running through the seams, whether it's down the hashes or on the sideline. Not the in-breaking routes or crossing routes, but just right down the seam. First down.
Play action for Arch, man. Handoff for Wisner up the right side, gets about 5 yards.
And again, a lack of pressure so far. Manning has been able to sit back into the pocket, start to attack down the field.
Manning again after the 5-yard gain to the sideline. That was low and incomplete. Near the first down marker for Hendricks. Down at 5.
3rd and 5 here for Texas here. I missed that play. I had to respond to the text. Beastman will be in Canton soon. Fuck yeah, he will. He deserves it too. 3rd and 5 here for the Longhorns. Arch Manning comes out in empty formation here. Got Jack Endries in the slot here. Motions Wisner here in the backfield. Let's see what he's got cracking here on 3rd and 5.
Trips at the top of your screen. Hendricks, the tight end at the bottom.
3 receivers at the top and trips, like you heard them just mention. Endries on the bottom here. Arch Manning drops back. Wisner goes out of the backfield, throws over the middle, and it is dropped by Ryan Wingo. A drag is dropped over the middle. Wow. Let me just preface that. That throw was late by Arch Manning. Late and behind him, way behind him. Like he's here, the ball is here. That's late behind him. That is true. Tough drop though by Wingo, but Arch Manning's got to, fix the timing on that route here. 4th and 5 for Texas Longhorns here. This is the fucking football game here, right here, folks. Here we go. Got Wisner in the backfield with him. Got Endries lined up on the fucking line on the right side. Arch Manning drops back. Blitz comes completely unblocked. Arch Manning throws, caught by Endries, and it's short. And that will be the ball game. Wow. Ohio State's edge rusher 11 comes completely fucking unblocked, untouched. Arch Manning throws it to Endries, short of the line of gain. Our Endries cannot get to the first down, and that'll be all she wrote, folks. We're going to wrap it up there. Good watch party here on Bailey Price Media Live. What an unbelievable week 1 game here. I will say my biggest takeaways from this game, Ohio State defensively looks really, really good, led by Matt Patricia. Like I mentioned, that inside backer play with Reese and, goddamn, I can't remember the other kid's name with the number 0. Goddamn, the inside linebacker play, really, really, really solid. Really gave Arch Manning a lot of trouble here. But what I'm not going to sit here and do is overreact to Arch Manning and say he's a bust, say he's shitty, yada, yada, yada. Because this is a long game. This is the best defense he's going to face the entire year, in my opinion. And unfortunate loss for the Longhorns, but great play by Ohio State's defense. Great job on Ohio State running the football. Great job by Julian Sand managing the game. Didn't really see too much crazy statistics from Julian Sand, but he did a hell of a job managing that football game. What an unbelievable game, nonetheless, here on this fine Saturday. Let me know your reaction to chat here. How are you feeling here? And we're getting ready here as Alabama gets ready to kick off against Florida State in Tallahassee. Georgia gets ready to run Marshall here, and so much more here on Bailey Price Media Live. Happy Saturday, folks. Pound that like button, subscribe, and become a member. We're going to be live here on Monday here for College Football Review with Alcorn State coach Leroy Frederick, who joins the show to react to all of the games from this weekend here and really dive into it, discussing, different betting odds, and we'll really preview North Carolina's Week 1 matchup against TCU that Monday night. It's going to be a great show here on this fine Monday, Bailey Price Media. So tune in here on Bailey Price Media Live, 4 p.m. Eastern. I'll see you guys then. I can't thank you all enough for tuning in here. Jay Vlogs, Jacob, Luciano, Jonathan Kidd, Quinn. I can't thank you enough for tuning in. Coach K and your son Ballin, Dapo Fresh, and all you guys all tuning in. I can't thank you all enough for tuning in here. This has been a great time watching Texas versus Ohio State with you guys. Ohio State will roll out with the victory. What an unbelievable game for them. We'll see you guys on Monday, folks. Pound that like button, subscribe, become a member. Enjoy the weekend of college football, and I'll see you guys on Monday here on Bailey Price Media Live at 4 p.m. Eastern. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on Monday, folks. Peace.